enough. I mean, he does like the pause Wex, but really struggles in early phases in the game.
Right, so it's just he's sitting at like 100 damage or more on the Bloodseeker, not even including the Quelling Blade. So Thompson walks up, actually gets caught by the Blood Ray.
He does. He walks into the Blood Ray. Now Somnus is just looking to chase him down as, oh no! Thompson making a huge mistake in that middle lane. Top lane, No Tail will go down. Xana, I'm going to fight back, trying to chase down FY. They get the Setat Torment to blast. The Spirit Lance as well as FY will fall. OG get a trade up top. But that middle lane indeed at Thompson, it looked like he felt that he could move up the ramp out of the Blood Right in time. But it kicks in, and Somnus in that middle lane, keeping that edge once again against the Thompson Invoker, but this time on the Bloodseeker instead of that Kunkka from earlier.
I feel like I've seen this a few times where the Invokers will struggle a lot for Bloodseeker because he has very little boost. He has 0 points of Wex, and he has no boost. He's actually looking like he might be going for a kill early, so...
And that's with the Bloodseeker not even having boots yet. The Bloodseeker just has 50 movement speed over you at all times. And I don't know if Thompson can play in this lane. They're just going to go and kill him once more instantly as soon as he shows back up. And right away, he doesn't have TP.
Yeah, FY is in for the side. He's got a double damage rune as well. FY is there in underneath the tower, punching down Thompson. Thompson falls once again. JerAx comes in with the tether across. They try to find something to respond, but JerAx, he's in trouble. He will live. They get the kill. FY, he'll go down as well. So OG able to strike back in that middle lane with the rotation, getting the double kill for No Tail, but Nova walks in and gets the easiest kill of his life there onto JerAx. As they will find a trade. Chalice as well, looking for this wraparound. He's got level 6, does have Primal Split available. CP back in from Thompson with the Primal Split ready to go. He looks towards Thompson underneath the tower. Thompson, he needs help, and he needs it now. Has he got any way of playing his way out of this one? He's only got points in Quasi Exhaust, so no escape for Thompson. As the walk-around gang from Chalice with that Primal Split successful. It's even more than successful. It's brilliant. Double kill for Chalice. As he just walks over to mid as soon as he hits 6 and gets that playoff.
What a great off-lane player that is. If you try and contest the axe, you're going to get destroyed. So he gets level 6 when the Invoker is level 4. And it's just grueling at this point.
They're taking the tower already too, so they're going to have access into the enemy jungle. They're going to have access into OG's jungle, where Thompson is going to have to. He's going to have to go to the jungle and try to catch back up here. He's level 4.
Dire team back.
Oh man.
Keep that in mind here as we get into the draft. NIP, of course, playing with their regular roster: Seneko, Supreme, Era, Charlie, and our old buddy Saberlight.
NIP's turn to ban.
Yeehaw! All right, first pick gonna be going to Ninjas in Pajamas. They've banned out a couple of supports alongside the Mars, and Spirit have banned out a couple of annoying offlaners and a couple of annoying supports. However, they forgot one. That's the Chen. That's gonna be your first pick now for NIP. Good on you.
And that's remember, a Meepo team here. Be warned. Can't ever forget that. And with the Chen, I'm always thinking Meepo now, man.
Chen, Tusk, Meepo. Chen, Tusk, Meepo.
Yeah, Chen Meepo, or Chen Tusk. I'm down for that again too. But Death Prophet slowly sliding out of the first phase bans.
No, the Tusk and I.
They stole him. Took him away.
They knew. IP, they tried to set the trap, and Spirit went, all right, you're not going to get a quick one on us. We know what we want. A little DP Tusk flexibility here.
What's interesting is that they are now basically leaving the Oracle in, and you got to assume NIP are going to ban it, you know? Oh, and they steal the Shadow Demon too. Now do you even have to ban the Oracle?
I don't know. I was just thinking that. I don't think so.
But what else would you even ban?
Leave it.
Okay, Weaver, I guess. That's interesting.
I don't know. I might have considered banning Wind Ranger after seeing how well that works with Tusk, but hey, that's just me.
I would be very surprised if they wanted to. I feel like that's such a hard thing to play. I mean, I'm into it though, but
okay, they take Quap after banning the Dragon Knight.
Very flexible lanes right now between DP mid or off lane, Queen mid or off lane, or even potentially safe lane.
Right.
But NIP also haven't revealed any of their cores, so kind of interesting that Spirit are flexing them all out so fast. 2 cores pretty much already revealed. I mean, we could have the support Queen of Pain, sure, or the support Death Prophet, but I'd rather they were both cores. Shadow Demon. Mars is already gone. Lycan is banned.
Yeah.
Batrider's still in, but the Oracle's still in too, so you can't really pick Batrider.
Dire team pick.
They could go for like these the Queen of Pain counters, like the Puck or something, but they go with the Beastmaster instead.
Take a little vision game here.
Synergizes well with the
Lockdown.
Shen, but not really with Shadow Demon. Doesn't really give you any benefit in terms of... I mean, the only benefit is that if someone gets purged, like they're super slow and you can just run them down with your summons, which is fine, but...
Yeah, I see what you mean though.
10
It's
seconds
is Shadow Demon Shen a really synergistic support combo? Like I get the Shadow
5
Demon pick
seconds
from
remaining.
the Oracle perspective, but
Hey, it's just a really good hero versus Death Prophet, and it's also... it is pretty good with Chen, right? You have like the Disruption set up into Stomp is always a classic.
that's true. Centaur Stomp, sure.
They NIP are definitely counter pickers with the Puck too, so I would not be surprised if the after this pick, I would probably take it.
Timber.
Dude, I want a Skywrath Mage so bad now, but they can't because they revealed both the supports early.
Come on.
But they already have
Core
Beastmaster.
Skywrath Mage, come on. Mid Skywrath, you can do it. It's actually not terrible against Quap either.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, it still feels like a Puck game probably though.
Well, I like
It's
the
not-
Timber
Remaining.
when paired with somebody like Death Prophet. He can make the space, she can take the space.
Yeah. And more than likely, either Death Prophet or Queen of Pain are going to be a support. Probably the Queen of Pain, I feel like, and you make the Tusk a 5. But because they have the 10th pick, and they're not going to 10th pick their 5, you know what I mean? Unless it's like perfect. And as expected, they take the Puck because it's just Timber Sauce or whatever. And they need a big last hero. Either full tempo of hardcore pace speed with like a bristle or something, or they have to go the opposite direction and pick like
Some late game.
yeah, some Spectre, but not Spectre because you're versus Timber.
10 seconds remaining. 5
Both
seconds
teams
remaining.
need some carry here. Neither of them particularly late game focused.
They probably don't want to take Meepo into Timbersaw and Death Prophet and Queen of Pain and a pick left, but I also don't necessarily know that they won't. I'd probably just ban like Morphling. That seems to be a hero that could fit like both paces that they would want to be looking for here. Terrorblade's also another NIP hero that fits the bill, but again, there's a lot of pretty good heroes versus Terrorblade already picked up here.
I'd be a little scared to go Terrorblade into Quap Timber. I agree, though. Somebody that can push a little bit, synergize with that Beastmaster would be pretty good. Spirit or Stump, too. They're like, what are they going to...
They're thinking about banning the Meepo. I almost guarantee it. All right, they banned the Jug instead, but it's just like, these guys will pick Meepo into counters. I've seen them pick it into Timbersaw, and they didn't care, and they still just won. I've seen them beat Elder Titans with Meepo. You know? Like, these guys are just good Meepo players. They know how to...
Meepo is definitely one of those. He has counters, but you can play around the counters if you're doing it from a team perspective. Like it is.
10 seconds.
It is
just
totally
so
possible.
insane with Chen. Like I think with Chen they just pick it. They don't care.
5
I'm not saying that they will this time necessarily, but you just always have to be wary of it because the laning would also be a little bit weird right now with the Meepo.
Is there a 10th pick for Spirit though that actually just cripples the Meepo?
They could have Kunka'd like after or something. Then it would be like so much AoE damage. It would be pretty rough. Various other heroes too.
Like Shadow Fiend can be really annoying against Meepo.
Naga's okay here for NIP
To ban or to pick?
to pick, I think. That feels pretty good to me.
Net against Quap is nice. Hard to deal with.
If I feel like they're gonna pick TB if I had to just guess what hero. I still think Morphling's doable, but has some issues because there's a lot of silence between the Death Prophet and then the assumed Orchid too. But also has really good things to copy from the side of Team Spirit.
Monkey King an option here? Or what about PL? We've forgotten about the PL completely.
Monkey
against
feels
Timber, maybe not.
maybe a little better. I kind of like the Monkey.
NIP's turn to pick. Dire
And the
team
Brood, and they go Troll.
Okay, very balanced hero. Didn't even think of that. That's guy who's been taken out in the second phase of bans.
Yeah,
Today.
all of a sudden, this NIP draft feels like it's got a little bit of everything. Some initiation, now some late game security. Good mid-game team fights, easy rotations with the Chen.
10
Feels pretty
seconds
okay.
remaining.
Now, what is the pick for Spirit?
Yeah, that's a
5
good question.
seconds remaining.
What matches up against the Troll?
They have a lot of time. I mean, they need to figure out what their game plan is right now. They have, like, who's going to be a core right now? Is this our tri-core? Are we doing Death Prophet, Queen of Pain, Timbersaw? Or who's going support right now? Probably Death Prophet mid, I think looks okay. And then you try and get the Timbersaw in a matchup versus the Beastmaster +1.
I think
So
they're
then-
looking for a 1. Yeah.
Yeah. So then we put the Queen on support with the Tusk, and we need to find a position 1 that, like, what is the pacing this one needs to do, though? Like, does this one need to fight? Because they have 4 heroes that are fairly strong. Like, do they want their own Terrorblade-esque hero here?
They are so light on control. I think you like Slark at least has a pounce. You know, something like that could be okay. They don't really have any ground target to deal with his ultimate. Well, Puck has a little bit, but
Ember's still in. That would be interesting.
yeah, they have decent lockdown. I mean, even the but they are so light on control. I think you almost have to pick somebody that has some form of disable.
Not
you just
the
go
Void.
Terrorblade. I mean, they have an okay team around it. CK. Well, I like that it has a stun, so that part I'm not going to flame, but I am not hot on CK.
Yeah, I was looking through their games and I saw that CK pick and I was looking at it. I was like, oh, I don't know about that this game though. It's,
I mean, this hero is this kind of the same state that he's always been in. If he's playing from ahead, he's really scary. If you can make every ultimate count, you can cripple structures, kill stuff very fast with those full damage illusions, but he feels very fragile. Feels like a hero that you mess up his momentum a little bit. He's like a shittier Lycan. Way shittier Lycan. You know, you mess up his momentum, he struggles to recover. You always want to hype him up because he has a stun, he has a gap closer, and now the way his passive works, he's like pretty sustainable in lane. So in theory, he should be good, but he just isn't, and I don't know what it is.
he's also kind of slow. So, I mean, Aragon's going to be taking the Queen of Pain. So that means that their tower push is going to be very delayed because it's the support Death Prophet versus the support Queen of Pain. But with the core Queen of Pain, even if the matchup's a little bit puck favored, they can at least still rotate that around and try and combine it up with the Timbersaw. You have 2 very mobile cores who are going to look to just like slay and try and create a lot of space for Duratio.
Good old Duratio.
Duratio.
It still sounds so
That's my
Italian.
best. That's Duratio.
My son is Duratio.
That's the more Italian, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I like this NIP draft a lot better. It just feels very much more well-rounded. I'm kind of curious what build the Troll will go for, if this is a Battle Fury game or if this is like an SNY build-up game. I'm kind of favoring the latter. I think you want to be able to fight nice and early, not give this CK much space. I don't know how you build CK. Traditionally, like Armlet has been okay on that hero. Going for Manta first,
I don't even know if
can
like
be okay.
I don't even know if you can play it without Armlet. Feels like such a necessity.
I think you could go S and Y first item. I don't think it's nearly as good, but I've seen CKs do it before.
Dude, I don't know what happened this last game, but their CK wound up with treads and a keen optic. Man, they got rolled by Platinum in a 15.5-minute loss.
I mean, to be fair, Keen Optic is kind of okay on CK, but yeah, hopefully you got a few more items than that. That wasn't a support CK, was it?
No, I
I've
had
seen
to
that
double check
before.
that myself.
I hate support CK. That is a hill I will die on. Cream, are they gonna find him? Okay, there's a stun. Now he does have an orb. Silence.
That
Oh, Jesus.
that
Jesus.
was
Now your DP skilled silence at level 1, and you did a grand total of 100 damage to the puck.
Retract your last move.
Yeah.
Am I overreacting
30
here, Trent?
seconds
Because this
to battle.
feels not great.
No, it's not good. You don't really want that skill that early at all on DP.
I didn't even know if that's worth it for the first blood, let alone missing the first blood.
Yeah, probably not,
I guess-
considering the other heroes.
I guess first blood on the mid might be worth it. That's another great illusion that you see pub players take of picking skills to get first blood. It's like, take the skills that'll help you win the lane, because guess what? Winning lane's going to give you a hell of a lot more. And now Misha actually going to get pushed back pretty hard, forces Dyrachyo lane to make some space for him. But they do end up with an even bounty spread. Seneko got both down bottom.
And then it looks like in terms of our laning matchup, currently Charlie and Saberlight are up top. So what's the play here? They're going to show Saberlight and Charlie? Because, like, Charlie wants this matchup and Saberlight does not. And Saberlight, oh, right, they have the Chen. So they're just doing the pull down. So this way they can win the matchup no matter what. Bring both top and then rotate accordingly.
Chen just heads straight top. He's got a headdress. Headdress lives on.
So now Misha can just body block the small camp as the Death Prophet and start pulling waves, I guess. But it's only 2 heroes down here. They gotta try and get aggressive, but Dyrachyo's so low. He's got 4 stacks on him. Gotta be careful. Okay, I'll make it back. Now Era might get turned on. Misha's here. It's a 3-on-2. A double silence. Era getting low, and that's a first blood for Misha. Saberlight working the tree. You get with that silence, dude. Stun from Dyrachyo. There's no way they find this. Yeah, it's getting pretty damn close, so it's still gonna force it the south. And they're gonna get full control of the creep wave, pull it right back over to the ancient grave of the side shop, and Dyrachyo can get some easy farm to himself. How's our mid looking? Quap on Puck, even again. Surprise, surprise. And up top, Timber versus Troll. Certainly a nice lane for the Timber, but Charlie should get at least enough farm for this lane to be okay. Yeah, Timber can do fine versus either the Beastmaster or the Troll, but he can like body the Beastmaster, whereas the Troll can still just like at least kind of play some Dota, you know? Yeah. Committed to this aggro try though from Spirit. It's nice having the Hawk when you're playing against this trio right now, because the only way for them to get kills is if you get a little bit too greedy and they wrap on you. Now, mind you, once Yamich is level 2, this changes quite a bit. As the shards will really mess things up, even potentially a snowball, depending on what the moment calls for. When they just keep body blocks on these camps as well. Oh, mid. Wow, pretty epic battle there. Salve used by the Quap. Puck still waiting out the dagger. Oh, they're on the Saberlight again, this time with the shards. It's a lot of damage, but it's stacking from Aaron. There, the silence comes into play once again. We'll stop the stacking of the poisons onto Yamich. That definitely helped him out. And another salve needed. On too. But Dyrachyo, look at all these creeps by the tower, and he's getting all this XP to himself too. Nice. Speaking of lots of XP, Malik's still completely alone up top here, not being zoned out at all, playing some of the side camps there too. So once he hits level 6, which is going to be on the earlier end, that is going to be a scary moment for NIP. They might need to make some sort of a rotation before then. God damn, dude, these boars do so much damage. Yeah, but he got too aggressive. He's going to pay for this. The tag team is there. Yeah, he almost soloed Misha, but ended up being bait. Yeah, just you can't get too greedy in the 3-on-2. Even when it looks like an opportunity, it's just like numbers are king in Dota, especially in the laning stage. And they're going to make a rotation with Seneko to the mid lane to help secure this rune. Supreme is at the bottom one, Seneko's at the top. Aragon doesn't have the bottle yet, but Supreme does, so Aragon needs a... Look, he's trying to stop him being able to right-click it. It's a good try. He's got the click potential. Yeah, that's one way to do it. Use your body to block the rune. It's genius. Just hit him with some armor on the way by.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Shen's gonna have a whole epic army for farming here. Dude, he's got the little priest. He's got the heal. Yeah, Charlie got his courier up top. At least that's a little bit of a win versus that Timber Saw. Sure. But Charlie's out. He's just gonna go cut the wave because level 5. He's worried about that level 6 popping for the Timber.
And the Chen is just going to get out of there so the XP will start stacking up better for the Troll. So now he's down bottom for the 5-minute bounty rune fight. They should contest this river bounty rune, I think. With all the Chen creeps and everything, if anything, they could even go aggro with all the boars. Like, they should be getting both of these. And Supreme wants at least one of the ones up top, if not both. They're going for 4 bounty runes right now in NIP, and they're going to get it.
Looks like it's going to work out. Saberlight doing a lot of damage to Yamish, pushing him back as his teammates start to close the gap. Now Misha's here. Yamish blocked himself in.
Tried to do the push.
Saberlight still has to retreat. Ratio's down here, and Urgon makes the rotation. Saberlight gets put to rest again.
It was a bait. He was like, I want him to stay.
And it is 3-1 for the runes. Malik does end up getting the one in the river on the timber up top.
Oh yeah, Supreme didn't finish for it. He went right back to mid instead.
So still, even though it's 3-0 in hero kills, NIP actually take a very small gold lead. Charlie getting free farm now as he cuts the wave.
They're gonna help this catapult wave mid too. And they brought in the creeps and the coil.
Dream coil, they won Urgon. They're gonna need a little bit more though. TP rotations, the silence, the stick. Urgon still alive, makes it back. Big rotations as they finish off some of these Chen creeps also.
Catapult's still going to work though, as Urgon has a bottle up in return. So it's going to get a good chip into the tower, but the next wave won't be here in time, so the catapult will fall. And they'll just let it go with a regen rune now picked up as well here from Supreme. But Malik has completely taken over the top lane. Charlie, of course, also totally fine here. And the question will be, what can you do with this Timber Saw now, though?
That's
make rotation bottom as they get Saberlight.
Yeah, they'll find another kill on this Beastmaster. Tag team makes it nice and easy. But yeah, you're absolutely right. What do you do with this Timber now? He's getting all this farm. He'll get his arcane boots up. At what point do you move him out of the lane?
Mid lane? Urgon getting low. Turns though, not scared.
Okay, here's the Timber making their first rotation. Out of mana.
So now, this is the thing about Timber, though, is that you generally really want to take your own tower first, right? And instantly the ping comes Supreme, he pinged the top tower. He said Timber's mid. And Charlie's been holding and cutting these waves the whole time, so now there's going to be a natural pressure going to the top. So now Team Spirit, with Malik coming mid, have to figure out what's our rotation plan for the top lane and what levels do we have to actually fight. Because our Tusk is only level 3. And he's pretty good at fighting under tower, but is that going to be enough? And our other support is a Death Prophet. Well, she can't do anything, so do they just forfeit this top tower now? Or are they going to try and rotate this CK up? And if you do that, then you don't keep this pressure on the bottom lane that you've been holding for so long.
Yep, and then Saberlight starts to recover, and it's all about securing farm for the CK anyway. They will jump in onto Seneko. That'll be another kill in favor of Spirit. 5-0 now. And it's actually that Tusk that's migrated up to the top lane. At the very least, soak a little bit of XP.
Well, the thing is that Supreme pinged that top tower, but Charlie... He got the wave moving that way, but then he just went back to the jungle because he doesn't feel confident enough to be that close to the tower, maybe worried about the potential catch because, you know, it's not just the Tusk he's worried about, it's the Tusk secures any TP in and I might die. So this is working out pretty well for Team Spirit, considering the Timber did make that rotation and get the kill.
Yep, mid lane now, a little battle. Supreme versus Urgon should be fine for both sides. They'll just back out. It was a good read from Charlie, though, to cut the wave. Realizing that they were so committed bottom that he could get away with a whole bunch of free farm. Once the Timber gets to that point that he'll start to bully him. The Troll is #1 on net worth now, so it's looking out for NIP. It looks bad because it's 0-5, but they're focusing on their economy, and that is paying off at least for now. Supreme has to drop a coil mid, still eats the ulti from Quap, trying to survive. Malik. He's got the chakram. He'll finish him off, but it does cost them Urgon. They'll go 1-for-1 on the mid laners. Malik with plenty of mana here. Not an easy target to lock down. You can tell NIP just don't want to fight him.
Yeah, he has everything ready too. Like full HP, mana. He is completely fine with the situation. And they have brought everything to the mid lane but a Beastmaster. But Beastmaster, of course, loves empty lanes like this. And Saberlight's going to move up here. And so they're trying to force some pressure onto this tower. Goes to the dig. Oh, he gets that was fortunate. Oh no, he got a salve. I was going to say, he's got TP's in the stash. He checked first.
Well, Puck's going to stay mid. Keep farming against the Timber. They have successfully made some space for the CK, though. Ratio down bottom in free farm heaven. Does want Armlet first. So, like usual, probably not going to fight too much more until that Armlet comes out. Already 3-0-2 on the CK, though. set him up pretty well.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Well, obviously going a lot better than their last game. Yeah, the CK, that's for sure. The armlet is just like such a core item on this hero because of the way it functions with toggling it on and getting your illusions all jacked up.
Yeah, works well with the ult, and then you just hit hard. You're a strength-based carry. If you're good at using the armlet, it's a very annoying item. Up top, though, we'll see a fight break out. Ratio, pardon me, for Chen. On the other side, Quap gets 2 with the ultimate. Dream Coil comes down, though, and they just converge on Urgon. But Charlie very low as Malik tries to do as much damage as he can. Up to 6 stacks of poison from Era, though. Make it 7. Malik is going to pop at some point. Will it be enough damage, though? Now they've lost the troll. NIP still going for more.
Oh, no.
As Duratio, he's not even in this fight. This is a 4v5. Duratio's down bottom.
He also ulted down bottom, so it shouldn't matter, hopefully.
Oh my. All right, there's the reconnect, but what a time to pause and take a look. Soneko hits him with the G. I don't care about your excuses, bud. Let's do this thing. DP falls. We're up to 10 stacks now of poison. All of a sudden, Malik's pretty low. Is this Timbersaw killable? Damn, how much damage did that do? Was that like 1,000 shadow poison damage?
Well, I'm not sure how it works after you cap it out. I mean, let me see what you
I don't know
took.
exactly either. Oh, now Saberlight. He'll be left behind, it seems. Horatio's made the rotation, and it is Spirit's fight. They certainly took some losses, though, and looking at the recap, it doesn't help us much.
You got hit for 700 from them. Because what level is it?
That's
only level 3?
Oh, okay.
Because it's 1024 when it's max stacks to multiply, right? Because like, you're supposed to pop it at 5, aren't you? There's no point stacking more.
Yeah, you're right. Holy shit. For some reason, I thought it had changed or something, and there's no way Era would do that.
I don't know. I'm
10
not.
stacks.
I'd have to think about it more to see why that would be worth it. But to me, that doesn't seem worth it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure Twitch chat will let us know momentarily. Twitch, help us out here. Explain to me the value of stacking up 10 shadow poison charges. I was counting the number like it was really hype, and looking back, it's like, okay, we're still maxed out here. I guess it just keeps it on so that you can control when the damage tick happens, but wouldn't you rather just have 2 5-stack ticks instead of 1
Yeah, I don't know.
10-stack? I don't know. Save me, Twitch. I need this. Well, kind of a weird game. My gut feels like this is good for Spirit. They've taken control. They're fighting very well with the CK. Now 4-0-2. Still hasn't died. Armlet on the way out.
If you guys are curious about the math, it is literally just linear damage after 5 stacks. I can confirm you just get 50 more if you're just hitting them again. So there's really no point. As far as I can tell, I have no good reason to keep them that high. I don't think we're missing something.
Right. Oh, Exorcism used. And they're just going to back out. They snap the Spirit Siphon. Yeah, you mean like when they get hit by the poison initially, you always take 50 damage regardless of stacks.
No, like the
Radiant structure.
the hit. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, you're right. And then, but there's also a stack 50 as well.
Mm-hmm. But still, it's, yeah. The whole point of this spell is that it doesn't scale linearly as you get more stacks going.
Yes.
It jumps. The 1, 2, 4. It's not exponential, but it's a double polynomial growth or some shit. I don't know.
Either way, stop getting 10 stacks. Is that what you're going with?
Radiant's
Yeah.
top tower
Let's go with
is
that.
under attack.
Either way, it's 3-10 at 13 minutes, and
I did learn a fun
even.
fact about it, guys. The number is visually capped at 19. However, it has no stack limit and can be stacked indefinitely. Meanwhile,
yeah, there you
Duratio,
go. TP out. He's good. Okay. That was weird. They sort of manned up on Saberlight and went, actually, I don't know about this. You guys can keep the tower for now. I'll see you.
this game got a little funky in the past 5 minutes between that like giant fight at the top lane and the DC and the CK ulting bottom to take the tower. Things got a little wild, but after all that chaos, everyone has ultimates. So we do now have this like support DP, right? She's ready to go for another exorcism soon. Our Tusk can start ganking people. I don't know if yeah, but she's got 3 points in the tag team. Man, this thing is so scary even without items. You don't need like a medallion or something. You can still punch someone for like 600 or 700 if they don't have good armor.
for sure.
Regeneration.
Snake will get up to level 7 now, and also working towards that mech is the scary thing. That's where Chen is just unbelievable. You know, you're in the middle of this team fight and you pop Hand of God and mech with the Divine Favor. It's just crazy.
Dire's bottom tower is under
15
attack.
minutes. Coming out soon. Maybe a battle for the bounties. Looks like the top tier 1 going to be going down. DP with the deny. Big plays from Misha.
I mean, they've got a couple of heroes up here, but all they can really do is contest for the bounties. It's hard to really move much further versus this Timber Saw. So Malik's still doing what he's supposed to, farming while also helping to protect the interior of his territory. Are they going to rotate and try and go for something, though? They're going to get a D-ward. They will catch that Sentry or Observer and Hawk, I think. Oh, no, never mind. The Observer's just outside.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker. That false sense of security there. Now Charlie.
Wow, Misha saw it coming.
They go right in on him, though. Can they kill him before the exorcism really starts stacking up? And they can, but they've lost Saberlight as well. Quick 1-for-1. Pollock jumps in for more. Not going to be able to find it. Maybe on the other side, though, Supreme, he just walks on up, says, hey, I want this Tusk. Green coil used. Okay, he had to jaunt away, and that's it. Yamich is good.
That's a pretty interesting use of the DP, though. She just, like, pops the ulti straight up. Like... I guess because you're a support, like she knew she was gonna die, I'm pretty sure. At least it was very likely, but at least you force all the focus on your hero at the start, and you're still able to help contribute enough damage to kill Saberlight and put your team in a pushing position here. So it definitely worked out for Spirit.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
The counter push bottom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Yeah. Tower trading. Gosh, grabs that rune.
Careful, they have Roar here, man.
He's got Blink in 1, but there's the Roar. Knocks him back. Is this going to be enough space?
Yeah, he's good. That was really sick because they were trying to roar and follow up with the stomp, right? But as long as the Sonic Wave gets out, you can guarantee that the pushback's going to stop the Centaur from following up on the Roar, and then the Beastmaster is just like stuck with his pants down, just dead. Halbert almost done here on Dyrachio.
Still deathless on this CK. Now, what build did the troll end up going for? It is going to be Yasha into Basher. So not the S and Y, but kind of a similar flavor.
He might...
Your 2 items now on the horizon.
Yeah, he might be worried about a potential Manta too, just because, like, you know, if the Queen of Pain went Orchid or something, and then the Silence too, you always have to rely on that ulti. But usually you only go Manta when you want to go Diffusal, and it's not... I mean, the Diffusal is definitely arguably good versus the Timber.
Structures are fortified.
But Charlie just wants to try and hold him down. The forbidden troll item of the past.
With Shadow Poison on multiple enemy heroes, and you want to do the Shadow Poison release, you have to pop it on all heroes at the same time.
Yes,
right?
it's not a target. It just
you
pops
can't
all
do one at a time. All right, I thought so. I'm still trying to figure out this 10 stack thing. That's the only other suggestion I've got.
Throwing some poisons, you know. Maybe there were other heroes he was hitting that were more important.
Ooh.
You never
Charlie
know.
makes it out. Yeah. But confirmed, 2 stacks of 5 does substantially more damage than 1 stack of 10.
Yes.
I do know that 5 plus 5 equals 10, but in this case, there are some other variables that one must factor in. So I digress. Malik going to grab himself an outpost here at 18 minutes. Sure, that'll get taken back. He's a little bit low on mana, but this is a tough kill. They'll use the coil. Maybe they can do it. Silence, reactive armor stacks up, but it just does not matter. 3-on-1. The Timber gets put down. Meanwhile, on the other side, Saberlight.
Exact same
They'll
thing.
get finished off with another exorcism.
Yeah, he was just being chased down. They were holding the Sonic Wave just in case, but wasn't necessary. He had no way out of that one. And even had to try popping the Roar, too.
I think, though, taking that trade should favor NIP a little bit. Slowing down Timber's momentum hurts him. Stay a little more than Beastmaster, who's... I mean, Primal Roar is going to happen regardless, right?
Yeah, but at least Timber has items. I don't know. Beastmaster is
Saberlight's died a lot of times. He's 1-7 and 3.
Yeah, he's pretty poor. He's below Sadeko now.
That's not like that was his first trip back to the fountain, let's say. He's
I
been
don't know,
the sacrificial.
this game has wound up being a little bit more even than I'd anticipated. The CK is doing very well. His ulti is terrifying right now. Like, you do not want to get into a team fight with that thing because you can one-shot definitely the puck, even with like 1400 HP and 10 armor. That's a very realistic chain stun scenario without a dispel, right? It's stun and silent, you are gone.
Dire are scanning.
Both sides now making movements at those tier 2s in the side lanes.
Dire's bottom tower.
Though Spirit back up already. They look at Roche.
Worthy tribute.
Everyone's going to take their levels here as both teams control an outpost.
Woke up, movement across the map. NIP maybe looking for a pick. They'll start to converge around the pit. With Hawk and Troll, Roche has to be pretty darn tempting. You've got the vision to scout it out and certainly the damage to kill it.
And now called Supreme over from one side of the lane to the other.
The ratio, he's going to get initiated on mid.
So
they actually have the damage to kill a CK though. 3k HP, there's
Run,
the Phantasm.
run.
Now you got to think twice.
Get out. You have not committed anything. That's going to force them into the Roche pit. They have extras in 10 seconds, but at least now you have made the play here, right? You used coil, but you have everything else still left.
Yep. And now you can start chipping down at these illusions. They do a lot of damage, but they also take a lot of damage.
They're not scared. There's a Hawk in here too.
There's the Exorcism. NIP know they need to contest this, but it's a bit of a tall order. Roche still healthy at about half HP.
They've got Charlie.
Initiated on. Where's the help? Where's the follow-up? It's not there in time. A great Quapple finishes him off. Also clips Saberlight. Now Saberlight gonna run in. He does get off a roar, but also gets disarmed. They kill the DP in the back. Now they're starting to isolate the ratio. He's going down pretty quick. Extra damage into Chen, but it's not enough. The Chen survives until Ergon can finish him off. Buyback on the DP. It's a 2 for 3 so far. Spirit in some trouble, but it's not over yet. Ergon able to survive. Malik still in the fray, doing a lot of damage. Puck wants to chase, but can't do it. Light definitely favoring NIP. They force the buyback. They get a gold gain. And perhaps more importantly, Roche is still standing.
Saberlight got so low there. I'm surprised he was able to get out after that roar. Now he's going to have a Blink Dagger soon after kind of struggling for a little bit. He has leapfrog back over top of Sineko on the Chen. Going to have a way to initiate these fights a little bit better for NIP. But yeah, we're heading the reset button. Everyone's going to come back up. Cooldowns will largely be there. The big ones will be missing will be the Hand of God and then the deep ulti too. Depends how fast we get in there, though. As you can see, neither team quite sure of themselves. NIP still scouting with the axes. And Team Spirit just holding the territory nearby on the high ground.
Generally speaking, I think good for NIP to try to break up the cadence of those big cooldowns.
They're smoking without the roar, though. Bit early. You really don't want this to pop right now because you're not going to have any way of catching Ergon.
5 seconds until it's up. Maybe they were hoping he'd rotate into the jungle to farm.
They got the read on this, though. Oh, Saberlight! He found him!
Oh, there's the blink.
It's level 4, though, so he's fine.
A little close. And the Queen of Pain going for the Aghanims. So favoring a little bit of creep clear. That lower cooldown ulti. 40 seconds with a scepter.
It is really nice versus Chen. It just like, and Beastmaster, it just like breaks up all these summons that are in the middle of these fights. We've already seen it a couple times. They're gonna find just Sineko, but he's a great pickoff for the team fight. No ulti to help him right now. He's silenced anyway. And his teammates are nowhere close. They are way up top warding and defending the top lane. So now it's Team Spirit. How fast can you Roche? You have a medallion on Yamich. You have the ulti back. It's level 2.
Quick.
She's level 12 on the Death Prophet. I wouldn't have thought that with how her game's gone.
No, yeah, Roche is going to fall fast. I was going to say he did regen a lot, but being helps so much.
The Hawk sees it, but I don't think anyone's going to get in here in time. Oh, Puck's coming, actually.
Puck, maybe a snatch. Maybe a snatch.
Oh, yeah.
Charlie up on the high ground. They are
going
split.
in, dude.
DP's out of the pit. They can't kill it that fast without the Exorcism. It goes down. Aegis in the hands of Ergon, so works out okay for Spirit. It does cost them their support Death Prophet. Now Charlie goes in. Yamich is down. Now they'll have to deal with this Phantasm from CK. All heal. This buys the troll a couple of seconds, but goes down immediately after. All things considered, this worked out pretty well for Spirit.
Wow, he took 3,000 damage on that troll. They just threw everything on him. Not able to save him there on the Chen. I'm surprised that worked out okay for Spirit, considering like nice play there to from Ergon to lap over the Roshan death with the ulti, because they knew that Supreme was probably lurking nearby because the puck wasn't in the actual team fight. They kind of chucked their supports off to the side though, and they were getting focused down, but they do keep the Aegis and have the Aghanims now complete on Ergon too.
Dire's bottom tower.
I thought moving the DP out of the pit was going to be a pretty big mistake, but it broke up the team fight and actually took the pressure away from Roche so that they could finish it off without really threat of a snatch.
Yeah, but could they have just done the same thing if everyone just stayed in the pit? Because it was going so fast, and then it got slowed down maybe more than they expected.
Well, that would have been my thought. Just commit to it. Use the exorcism. It's like if this is a core DP, maybe it's slightly different because you think you can get a pick. As support, you don't want to be the one focused down. They will actually just kill you, and then your ult's useless. Support DP is a different beast.
In these games where the entire net worth advantage is just in the supports right now. In fact, it's more like the cores are actually more farmed on Spirit if you look at it. It's like 8,000 supports for the Dire and almost 12,000, or actually almost 13,000 for the Radiant supports. So that pretty much is the whole gap. And that's the...
It's pretty wild that it's both supports, too.
Yeah, a Blink Dagger on Era as his first item, and then moving into the Agnes after. So he's that long-range single target save. Nice blink back there from Supreme. Has to be careful about those Yule saves as a puck this game because they have the snowball. I've seen the best Tusk players are very good at that. They'll find a neutral camp nearby and then snowball right through as you come down, guarantee the catch.
They really need this Vlad's. Seneco's getting pretty close, but Troll without lifesteal doesn't really feel that good.
Radiant are scanning.
I mean, they also don't have a Spirit Vessel, right? So, I mean, with the Chen heals and everything, that's already helping him a lot. I think he was just outside the Divine Favor AoE in the last fight, so he wasn't getting the big boost. But yes, the Vlads will make a big difference, for sure.
And I think that's the point where eventually the switch flips and Troll can kind of man up against CK. Maybe not after Phantasm, unless he has Whirling Axes with the blind ready. But once Troll hits critical mass, it has a little bit of lifesteal.
Yeah, Fervor plus ulti is terrifying, as long as he gets his ulti up every time.
Yeah.
Supreme has another Yules and a phase.
Might be okay.
And he also has the Hawk Vision. He can cancel his TP if he wants. Gonna let him go. Did he not see him? Am I crazy? I thought that Hawk saw.
Siege Creep might still finish this off. It's going to be close. Come on, Cardi. No, 50 HP. Meanwhile, mid. They do find the DP. Snaps the coil. Snowball. Buys him a second. Charlie in pretty deep. Timbersaw trying to repel on the other line. Now Ergon's here. Charlie has to BKB. Might be forced into a TP. It was on cooldown. Now he's going to use it. Nice. Oh, mama. They've got him. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was getting really close there. Good call there from Ergon. And again, another benefit of the Aghanims. You never have to be worried about just chucking it out there. Plus, of course, it is a stupid amount of damage.
Yeah. BKB piercing damage.
Yeah.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Essence Ring, one of my favorite items on this Queen of Pain. See it a lot whenever the teams get it now because she's obviously a very popular pick, but it's all about that blinking, right? And you're a little bit vulnerable, but the Essence Ring just makes you so tanky. Meanwhile, they have been split pushing right now. Beastmaster top, Puck on the bottom.
Yeah.
This isn't completely free for Spirit.
This is the right idea. No buyback on Troll. You don't want to use it anyway. You can only do so much to slow this down, so at least try to get some objectives.
Obviously still very good for Spirit, though.
Yes. Okay, Barracks here. How good? Will they be punished? Dream Coil to start things off. Pack and ready to party. Silence on 2. Beastmaster low. Saberlight goes down first. There's a buyback.
Where's the
now
damage?
Spirit starting to back up.
That Aegis expires in 10 seconds, so Ergon has to be careful. He's going to TP out. Duratio going to TP out. Everyone's getting out but Misha. Oh, nice Yule's catch though on the damage. And the two...
so they're going to get a couple out of this.
Yeah.
Cost Saberlight's buyback and that tier 3 mid, but holding Barracks is huge.
And they got the tier 2 top as well. That was finished off. So pretty good stuff, actually, from NIP. Considering the situation, I would be very pleased.
Yeah.
And
It's a
Death
small
Prophet...
gold loss, but...
Yeah, Death Prophet makes a prediction here. She just drew an arrow, and she scanned here. Oh, they just get inside. Nicely done.
Okay, called it.
This is where nobody stand here, please, because someone's gonna throw a hawk, and then you're gonna get initiated on. And then there's the sentry. Okay.
I like how Saberlight's itemizing though. He's obviously having a rough game here on the Beastmaster. He's had a lot of deaths. He picks up the Blink Dagger so he can still initiate. And now just looking at Crimson Guard, a great support utility item to help keep the team alive against the CK illusions. Very smart.
And they also have a Dagon too, right, on the puck for the CK illusions.
Yes, they do.
Very nice.
Instantly he kills illusions.
What an item.
What an item. If only you had a lion. Did they change Phantasm where so it's always 3 Phantasms now? You don't get the dice roll for the +1?
That is correct.
Ah, okay.
I know. Slowly he's being worn down, you know.
The chaos factor is being brought down.
Yep. Next thing you know, the pull and the stun will be fixed too.
Oh, Misha initiated on, but does have some friends nearby. NIP with superior numbers. The Dagon, they might have enough damage just to burst her. Dead drops the coil onto Queen of Pain. From Misha as the full fight breaks out. Charlie in the middle of the fray takes the Walrus Punch, pops the ult, life steals back up, but the Timber Saw in the middle doing so much damage. They've lost the Chen, no all heal. He's going to buy back and pop it, but now the Beastmaster's gone down. This is not NIP's fight. Charlie trying to stick around as long as he can. Might find the kill on the Yamit. Jewel Scepter breaks it up, and they'll kill him as he comes back down. Exorcism deployed.
Oh my god, Supreme! He went in for the kill!
Pull him back up.
Oh, dude.
Damn.
Not worth.
Well, Spirit got there fast, and a big fight for them. 2 buybacks were used, 1 on each side, but it's about a 3K swing. And it pretty much levels out that advantage that NIP had picked up.
I'm looking to punish Seneko here, too. He does get the debuff of the pendants. Look at that tower just slaying Ergon.
All right. Slowing things down a little bit. I guess the one upside is that there's no Exorcism and no Phantasm for the high ground push.
That fight was so weird too, though. It's like it all starts with them jumping onto the DP, and then she just buys back, and Supreme had used like everything. He like committed on the DP, and then he blinked back and coiled just the Queen of Pain, and then he was just stuck after phase shifting in the middle of an ulting CK, and another Sonic Wave just lapped over top of him, and he just got obliterated. Yeah. And then he had to like dish back out of the fight, and then he comes back in and dies anyway.
High ground we go. Without the ultis, the siege is actually really slow. They don't finish off the melee, and now the fight. Another good ult from Ergon. Will finish off Saberlight again. Charlie will kill Misha. That's a die back there. Bo comes in, drops the stun onto Seneko, but Ghost Scepter, that's a die back for him. Wasn't able to use the mech.
He's got ulti. He's mana. 10 more mana. If they want to commit, but it's only the range.
Using the side lanes. They're going to find another kill, it looks like. Troll gets the defensive disruption. Charlie pops the ult, trying to live, but Disarm stops the lifesteal. Duratio gets down low. Charlie falls. NIP getting picked apart, it seems. Puck, crit down, unable to jaunt. These tier 2s standing. Do you go for the win here?
Do they have a good read on the buybacks? I'm trying to remember if the Troll one... I'm trying to remember who's even shown their buyback. I don't think Troll showed.
Troll,
right?
Yeah, Troll is just a gold issue.
Yeah, they know, though.
But they may force it. No Exorcism, no Phantasm.
Oh, God, it just takes so long.
I don't think they can end. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. They're like, well, good idea, boys, but not quite. And now Blink out on CK.
Let's go spend our thousands of gold instead and, you know, win this game instead of potentially throwing.
And the CK illusion. For sure. Push actually is not.
Game in a while. They won 1 game the series. The last 13 days. So, you know,
wow. They're hungry.
Before
is where CK feels really dominant. He's just scary. He's got crazy HP, crazy damage.
Oh, look at that. You see that? You see that courier fly over a ward and then stop? I hate couriers.
I hate you,
They
courier.
always give away smokes. Not that it would have mattered. Well, it might have mattered because then they all ran into the trees and were ready for it, so perhaps.
Yeah, but Trent, aren't you glad that
Tusk got his dragon scale?
Never.
Yeah. It was.
never in a pub game now you have to argue about somebody buying the courier? Do you remember those days? Remember how miserable that was? You want to be
I
support?
play 5. I don't care.
You want to buy
courier?
some boots first and some greedy items, and then your mid's all upset? You don't want pub games getting ruined by a damn courier.
That's true.
Now, CK, he's all out by himself. And they might kill him before the BKB comes into effect. He does pop it anyway. That was an 8-second BKB. And, dude, Saberlight,
I love
look at that. He's
Saberlight,
like,
dude.
yo,
He's such a tipper.
what up, Duratio? It's just like, yo, what were you doing there, dog?
I'm surprised no one's killing that courier that's under the hawk. Maybe it's just outside vision, actually. It just moved. They instantly smoke up here. There is a sentry and obs down here, but they're going to catch Ergon on the river, and that is a lot of damage.
Puck finds one. The snowball save. And Ergon's fine. DP uses the exorcism. Might be a little premature. Yamich is going to go down regardless. They actually want to fight into Misha. Supreme says yes. They jump in. Blade Mail gets used. Buyback now from Duratio. NIP need to get out, and they will. Supreme maybe left. Oh,
that's a blink.
Up. They turn him into a little piggy, and then he gets crit down.
Oh my god, he didn't even need the ulti, dude. He just one-tap.
Roast bacon.
Into the pit. Now, they don't see this hawk, but Roche kills it. Not the best placement there, unfortunately.
No, exorcism just now finishing up. That sure is a lot of CKs.
I'll tell you what. All right, courier play. Gonna go for a cheese snap right here.
All right, let's see it. Uh-oh, Misha's right there. They're looking. It's a good time to look at Radiant versus Dire Vision Observer if you got the hotkeys. Let's see, can they snipe the cheese?
Whose courier is it? Sineko's. This game.
Here we go. Here we go. Courier's in. And Courier missed it. Courier lit.
Oh no, he's got spider legs.
Oh, the spider legs.
Spider on spider action.
All right, well,
Bottom lane though. Saberlight's gonna blink in, catches the roar on Yamich. He doesn't blink the right way.
and this should be a pretty easy kill. Trolls there with the roots, pops the BKB. They're gonna try to deal with this though. Misha's here. Malik TP out from Saberlight. And
What?
Troll already made it out.
What? Did you just see what happened?
No. Well,
Duratio blinked forward. He threw his stun, but then he pulled the Beastmaster so that the stun was
Stun didn't
moving.
hit him. Oh, he's placed his own Chaos Bolt.
And then it had to like turn around and try and chase him. What the heck? That was
The
so
Chaos
weird
Bolt
looking.
is really slow. It's kind of like Magic Missile. Oh man, that's a heartbreaker.
That looked so strange.
I didn't even register what I saw at first. That was... Okay, Sineko now. This Hex proving quite worth it, although a Dark Troll Summoner hits him with the Ensnare. Meanwhile, on the other side, Shadow Demon Aghanims coming into play. Bring down Misha. Say hello to 2 Demonic Purges. All of a sudden, his damage output is big. BKB from Duratio. They want Sineko all heal. Not going to save him. A 1-for-1, both without buyback.
I don't know about these ulti pops. That's a long cooldown. Ergon on the hunt for Saberlight. He's popped a smoke here. I thought maybe he had like ninja gear or something. I had to double check. So it's a pretty greedy smoke to pop this far out, but he also has the gems. He doesn't want... Oh no, never mind. He does have ninja gear. It's just in his backpack. Okay. I was really confused for a second there. That'll be the next one to get nerfed.
God, though.
Take the ninja gear off and you're going to lose the buff, just like the illusionist cape.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kind of feel like the Chen Aghanims needs a rework also. Does anybody really care about taking ancient creeps? I don't think that build is a thing.
I don't know. It still seems to be the item a lot of them go for. So,
I'd rather it just lower cooldown on Hand of God again.
yeah, but that's boring. We want new cool stuff, don't we?
Sorta.
Radiant's bottom
I don't know. I guess Chen gets banned so much, I don't get to see them that often, but I don't see the Ags too much. All these other utility items This feels so much better.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
How about he can exchange
Pressure
his
at the
mount
tier
for,
3.
and then he gains the abilities of a different, like a buffed up ability of a creep. So like then
Yeah,
he
he's
mounts
flying on a dragon.
Yeah, he mounts a frost ogre and he gets like a jacked up version of the ice armor. Ice frog? Huh?
Dude, now
we're talking.
Now that is an Aghanim.
Now, what if you ride the Hellbear Smasher and the Thunderclap becomes like the size of Ravage?
So now the only problem with that is what do you do with your awesome chem mounts like the gorilla here?
He just follows behind you.
He becomes a pet.
Yeah, it's like WoW or something.
Well, it's like the CM dog. You
Yeah.
get this little gorilla
He
on
just
the
starts
ground.
barking and jumping around everywhere.
Dude, I like that.
All right, there we go. Figured it out, guys.
I could see Chen riding a Thunder Lizard. Speaking of Thunder
Saberlight?
Lizards, Saberlight, he be chilling in the grave. He did. Again. I can't help but remark at how amazing Spider Legs is on CK.
It's just like there's certain heroes that have the stick to you problem, right? And Spider Legs just fixes it. Like I think of Razor. I mean, Sven hasn't been very popular since Neutral Items came out, but I can imagine Sven being kind of the same thing, you know?
I mean, dude, this is how good Spider Legs are. They have a Minotaur horn, and he's like, nah, DP, you can have that. I'll stick with the legs, thanks.
Yeah.
Minotaur horn is plus 20 strength. That sounds pretty good for CK. He makes illusions. That's how good Spider Legs are, bud.
Team Spirit have just been running over these past couple team fights. They just get that one big blow up, and that's it. And it's so easy to push now with the CK so jacked up. Speaking of jacked up, Ergon is level 26 on this Queen of Pain now. 7-2 and 14. It's protected by a Lincoln's, a Shiva's, a Yu's, and a Cheese. Very hard to bring down right now. And has a ton of damage to slap it.
There's the glyph. That'll clear out this creep wave, or no, it won't. The Dire counter glyph themselves.
And look at the ratio. They know, though. I think they pinged him. Yeah, the orb's coming through. They could trap him in there, but he's got the BKB and an Aegis.
Troll's just going to go running in. They want the DP. Snowball save. That breaks up the BKBs. Era falls. Saberlight goes down as well. Both of them use buybacks, but Charlie is just getting ripped apart. Does use the blind. Still sustaining, but now stunned, and without the BKB, he's not nearly as scary. Charlie does have the buyback, but NIP taking big-time losses here. Now Saberlight on the defensive. They're
low
pushed
on
back
damage.
into their own tier 4s.
There's no
Spirit now
Sonic Wave.
Out of
no
cooldowns.
Ulti. Yeah, I don't know. It's getting a little worrisome.
Sonic Wave's back, though. It's a short cooldown. It's been more than 40 seconds. Puck jumps in the back line. At some point, NIP have to kill something, but this Timber is just too big. That's a dieback now for Era.
That was a lot to kill him, though. That took, like, basically everything they had left, right? Like, that's a Blink Stun and a Sonic Wave. You gotta think NIP can fight now. At least if they have any hope, it's now.
Damage themselves. Saberlight gonna get caught. This Hex on Malik, worth its weight in gold.
And that's what you spend it on.
That's true. All right. That's a bad saying for Dota. This Hex from the Timbersaw is working out brilliantly, Trent. I don't know if there's a better item he could have purchased.
Well said.
Oh, Dream Coil on 3 from Supreme. Charlie's here. BKB on.
Oh, he missed the phase.
No difference it will make. That's going to be a buyback on the puck, but now the Troll low, silenced, brought down, brings the Tusk with him.
That's it.
But they're just out of gas. The GG is called, and Spirit, they take the big W in an impressive showing. A final CK pick in the clutch.
Man,
Dude, they made Chaos Knight look good.
They did. They synced up really well. He had a great...
many chickens have died in this spot.
Got to be careful. Looks like Xnova's not going to be patient enough. The courier's starting to move out, but he's headed away from that mid lane as he'll look towards the top, as it seems, to join forces with FY and Arme, making sure that the Morphling can find the farm against Anna's PL in this safe lane. At the same time, TP up from Jax to join in, tethers across to Anna. And this mid lane, this will certainly be the one to watch. We saw Thompson Invoker already once here in this grand finals, and it did not have a good time. But top lane, the shards from FY out, trapping up Jax and Notel, but Jax has got the regen. Penitence from Notel onto FY will force back the Tusk. But this mid lane matchup, should this go better for Thompson than it did when he played against Somnus's Kunk?
Yeah, there's no way for him to kill the Force Meter super easily, so he can actually use it this time. And I mean, he shouldn't get destroyed like last time.
It's really going to be dependent on the side. Those side lanes start dropping low as soon as this Bloodseeker hits level 3. That's when you can start getting ran down very easily as an Invoker. Even with you have your Fort Spirits and everything up, it's very difficult because that movement speed that you have. You have 282, and this Bloodseeker is going to be moving, for the most part, above 320 in this laning phase. I am a bit concerned for Thompson, but he has to be able to work really well around this Fort Spirit.
Already these early levels, Somnus playing the lane perfectly in its aggression. 8 for 3 against the 3 for 1 on these early levels in that mid 1v1 matchup.
They've got Jarex low already. Xnova though.
Jarex sort of painting them in. Xnova's got the Fairy Fire. Jarex, he will fall, but not before they get the kill on Xnova himself. FY also potentially trouble Anna. Comes across. FY does still have a snowball. Potentially unlikely to save him as Anna. Surely wants to still chase and indeed rushes forward. There's Jarex with the tether. He's got the snowball to dodge the Spirit Lance at least, but FY very low. Actually gets taken down there. All right, the blast from Notel's Satire Tormentor. So OG getting themselves a second kill up top.
But all those creeps out of the tower with no one farming, they actually have a double wave on the side of OG going into LGD's tower. So yeah, they lost the tower and they lost the hero and they lost first blood, but I think it's actually working out quite well for them.
And we're seeing what pretty much is expected as well down on the bottom lane at the moment. Seb having that favorable matchup. 21 for 0 against the 10 for 1.
He's just creep cutting and pulling it into the jungle, so he's actually farming just a bit more than that Brewmaster. I like that Jarex instantly reacted and just went top. And let's see what they can do with this. And they've got a triple wave coming under here too, so Ame might struggle a bit to get these last hits if OG plays aggressive, which they are immediately.
FY pops the shards out. Anna looking to get himself straight on top of Ame. Jarex is there with the tether onto Anna. Notel in trouble as the 3 of PSG LGD focus down the chain and take the kill. Now with the snowball, they head over to Jarex as Anna. Jarex, they're potentially in trouble. The Fairy Fire from Jarex, healing Anna up a little bit. Jarex trying to look for the body blocks. The nuke damage from Ame, not enough to kill off the PL as Jarex with the tether gets himself out as well. But mid indeed, Somnus diving in Thompson. He's got the cold snap. The tower heading into Somnus as well, but Somnus gets the final touch, gets the kill. He has got a Fairy Fire and stick charges as well if needed. He doesn't even need to. The Tango regen enough as Somnus gets the solo kill. Whoa! Ooh. He's got his sunglasses on today.
Just too much pressure coming out up top right now. It's really hurting Thompson's lane. This Bloodseeker's almost level 5 to a level 3 Invoker.
Yeah, Thompson's just really struggling with the CS too.
Yeah.
Quelling Blade and the Blood Rage is not enough. I mean, he does like the pause flex, but he really struggles in the early phases in the game.
It's just he's sitting at like 100 damage or more on the Bloodseeker, not even including the Quelling Blade. So Thompson walks up, actually gets caught by the Blood Right.
He does. He walks into the Blood Right. Now Somnus is just looking to chase him down as, oh no! Thompson making a huge mistake in that middle lane. Top lane, Notel will go down. Xana, they're going to fight back, trying to chase down FY. They get the Satire Tormentor blast. The Spirit Lance as well as FY will fall. OG get a trade up top. But that middle lane indeed at Thompson, it looked like he felt that he could move up the ramp out of the Blood Right in time. But it kicks in, and Somnus in that middle lane, keeping that edge once again against the Thompson Invoker, but this time on the Bloodseeker instead of that Kunkka from earlier.
I feel like I've seen this a few times where the Invokers will struggle a lot for Bloodseeker because he has very little boost. He has 0 points of Wex, and he has no boost. He's actually looking like he might be going for a kill early, so...
And that's with the Bloodseeker not even having boots yet. The Bloodseeker just has 50 movement speed over you at all times. And I don't know if Thompson can play in this lane. They're just going to go and kill him once more instantly as soon as he shows back up. And right away, he doesn't have TP.
Yeah, FY is in for the side. He's got a double damage rune as well. FY is there in underneath the tower, punching down Thompson. Thompson falls once again. Jarex comes in with the tether across. They try to find something to respond, but Jarex, he's in trouble. He will live. They get the kill. FY, he'll go down as well. So OG able to strike back in that mid lane with the rotation, getting the double kill for Notel, but Nova walks in and gets the easiest kill of his life there onto Jarex. As they will find a trade Chalice as well, looking for this wraparound. He's got level 6, does have Primal Split available. CP back in from Thompson with the Primal Split ready to go. He looks towards Thompson underneath the tower. Thompson, he needs help, but he needs it now. Has he got any way of playing his way out of this one? He's only got points in quasi exhaust, so no escape for Thompson. As the walk around gang from Chalice with that Primal Split successful. It's even more than successful. It's brilliant. Double kill for Chalice. As he just walks over to mid as soon as he hits 6 and gets that playoff.
What a great off-lane player that is. If you try and contest that, you're going to get destroyed. So he gets level 6 when the Invoker is level 4. And it's just grueling at this point.
They're taking the tower already too, so they're going to have access into the enemy jungle. They're going to have access into OG's jungle, where Thompson is going to have to go to the jungle to try to catch back up here. He's level 4.
Oh man, a lot of weight is going to be on Seb. He's had this bottom lane, he's got good levels, and he's got decent farm too. He's top of the net worth this game, very close to having the Blink Dagger on top of the Ring of Health. But TPs are heading down. Somnus seeing if we can find the Rupture. Seb, oh, he goes to farm. That's going to give time for Somnus to close the gap, get the Rupture up. He's still pretty beefy, but is he beefy enough? I don't think so. The shards are out, trapping him in. The spin though, the taunt, the Sunstrike. Seb, he gets the dunk off. The snowball save wasn't in time, and Jax, he's in with the tether. OG, they're turning this one around. They look to run down FI. FI with the snowball, the shards already used. There's no way to escape, or maybe the Jukes. Is it enough? Oh, it is. Seb, he gets fogged. He can't get the dunk off. FI will survive.
Oh, that's his Blink Dagger right there.
But a very neat little play there from Seb, being able to hold his ground. The Sunstrike, the dunk just before FY could get that snowball save off. It almost looked like the Bloodseeker was brought into the snowball, but at the same time getting that dunk off Seb.
He's actually decided to go for the Vanguard instead.
Oh, despite having the money.
Yeah, just wanted to tank up a bit more, I guess.
I mean, as we saw in situations like that where he's getting beaten down by the Bloodseeker, it certainly will add that extra bit of time for JerAx to come in with those sort of plays.
He's still going to get that blink at a very fast time, and they're going to really need him to make plays all around the map, because we already see PL's getting outformed a bit by the Morphling. The Bloodseeker to the Invoker comparison is crazy. I mean, Chalice has a blink already, so he's going to be the one making tons of moves around the map, and Sebastian has to match it.
This Bloodseeker is certainly going to become a big issue unless Seb can come in with the plays.
And Thompson's, he's full committed on Exord for now. He is 3 points in, not having any in Wex.
Oh, man, has to be careful there. They do have those deep wards down, and he was walking around on 1 HP.
HyperX Cloud Alpha headphones.
Be aware of the Sunstrike potential coming from Thompson.
Hell yeah,
Am I right?
HyperX.
Yeah, I could even make sure I could see everything.
Getting hunted.
My light up mouse
He's
pad.
out with the TP. Back
I
up the
gave
board.
these
Also,
headphones
gives him a tip on the way out
the
as
stress
well.
test this weekend.
So
I did a couple long,
PSG LGD are now in
and
position,
I'll
though,
tell
to
you what,
push down on
my
the bottom
ears
lane.
did not
Some
hurt.
pubs.
Yeah,
the
shot some
Primal Split
heads,
does
you
now.
know, bought some dazzle eggs. It was a pretty wild Saturday. But they passed the time test. You know, a good 10 hours rocking these guys. No ear pain, no head pain. You can adjust them to fit any size noggin. And it's like you got some pillows surrounding your ears.
Yes.
The comfort level, 10 out of 10.
I would highly recommend. Zero complaints about this headset. I wholeheartedly agree. And it's always nice when you get a product to you know, sponsor you and everything, and you're like, damn, these are actually awesome. I don't have to lie.
I like the mic that you can unplug and replug.
Yeah, dude.
Because I know
right here.
I used to think turning it up was okay, but when I look at it, it looks really weird compared to just wearing a normal headset. I want the mic that comes in and out.
Yeah.
Sorry, mod mic, but I want a de facto mod mic. You know, I want it to just fit right in there. You don't need it, pull it off. You don't have to look like a nerd sitting on an into
It's true. That's what makes
headphones
these,
with a mic on
these
it.
are great travel headphones for that. No doubt.
You look
They're
like
pretty
you're about
good
to-
noise protectors too, and they got these weird little slot things where you can, you know how like some people like the air that goes in and out, but some people don't.
Oh,
know what I mean?
That's what that switch is for.
Yeah.
I thought you plugged something in there. It's got a little air hole. That's why my ears aren't.
Exactly.
Gosh darn it! Look at that.
Well, let me say I know how to move product, but NIP. They're gonna take themselves a Shadow Demon
Again.
and then instantly a Dark Willow and a Dragon Knight. It's like Immersion's still here.
Yeah, seriously. A much different take for Spirit, and kind of snap picks as well. It's sort of like they knew what they wanted coming into this. Is Chen up again? No. Chen completely ignored Bud.
Little surprising, but I guess he did lose a game, shockingly enough. But there's the Oracle band as they protected the Death Prophet this time with the Shadow Demon first, then banned the AA. I like that. Nice combo. Could have been kind of cool to have the DK plus the AA lane potential as well, right? Actual stun to set up for the Cold Feet. What is your 5 versus Shadow Demon and Death Prophet? I mean, Jakiro, I think, is what Seneko would pick.
10 seconds remaining.
Double Dragon strat. Good to kill people post disruption
5 seconds
save.
remaining.
Are you into the Jakiro now? Have you seen the light, bud?
I thought it was interesting in those scenarios, but I'm not fully convinced.
Okay.
I mean, you can do something greedier though if you want to run this DK safe lane. Something that, like, if you don't need a Witch Doctor to help out some carry, you can do something a little bit better, like a Jakiro or something. But they have 10th pick here, so they want to keep that flexibility open. So they want their offlaner and their position 5 in the next 2 picks more than likely. I guess they could also save their offlaner though, because the DK could be a 3. So more options here. But Death Prophet, when I think of punishing Death Prophet, I like positioning, like trying to, because she has to play in the front line a lot of the time. And she wants to be like almost the start of team fights in a way, like when they're sieging a structure. So I always think of like swapping, or like Arena is a pretty good option, but obviously that's banned. Lasso's pretty good. And they did just ban the Oracle. About a Bat Rider +1.
There it is.
They actually went for it. Look at
Old
that.
Jackie. Double Dragons. So some pushing power now.
Have they actually picked you? Man, that was a hell of a snipe. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty great, guys. They haven't even picked Jakiro.
Radiant team
I like Spirit Vessel versus DP. I think that's your first step handling her. They grab Bat Rider, one of the other ignored heroes, and a snap pick Queen of Pain. I would imagine likely for Urgon once again.
But full flexibility, right? DK offlane, Queen of Pain offlane, DK mid, Queen of Pain mid, DK safe lane. Theoretical Queen of Pain safe lane, but we saw it today, but that's a little bit rare. Lots of options coming to that 10th pick for them.
10 seconds
And pretty
remaining.
well-balanced roster already for Team Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Like, good rotations
5
early between the Dark Will and the
seconds
Queen of Pain. Heavy tower pressure from the DK and the Jakiro. The only thing they're really missing is, like, Roshing, but that's not too bad. Their sustained damage in team fights is a little weak until, like, late game with, like, a lot of DK items. But, you know, they don't have, like, that Agi right-clicker that you might want. Maybe like a Slark or something, if it fits after these heroes.
I'm kind of feeling like this is a 3 DK, 2 Quap, and they're looking for that Duratio hero last. Somebody that ideally can handle this Bat Rider. You mentioned
Exactly.
the Slark, but like the Jug, the Life Stealer.
The PL, those kind of heroes.
PL, yeah.
This should be the hero they don't want banned for NIP. So the puck is still in, but obviously that didn't go that well for Supreme. If they want the Meepo, this would be the time to take it, but I mean, Meepo's classic counter to the
Scary.
Queen, but Jakiro's got some options. Other than that, though, it's a pretty good-looking Meepo game.
It's a much better looking Meepo game than last time.
Yeah, and they still have
At
one
this
band to
stage.
cover.
Yeah.
They could
Still
like
have to
ban the
deal
ET.
with not having last pick, but that's kind of just the way she goes.
What else would I want here? There's no support that's really necessary. That pick can wait. Whoever they want for air, more than likely, unless they really want. Oh no, Rubik's first phase. Never mind. Rubik would have been a sick pick here, but we're back to him being banned at the first phase again. Unlike this morning. I can't believe we had an entire series with Yap Sword that Rubik was ignored.
Yeah. Point.
Rubik, Yap Sword and Taiga, to be fair. Like Taiga's been playing a pretty good Rubik lately too, and so is Insania. Insania loves Rubik. Alas, we don't get to see him today. Well, I mean, you're supposed to take all your time here because, again, it's like you're basically deciding the rest of your draft right now because you have to fill out all your picks and your ban. They could use some better burst damage during the lasso if possible, but that's not a huge necessity.
Radiant team
Doesn't really rely on it that much, and they're gonna use the Stampede, so that's pretty cool. So potential support Bat Rider and abusing the Stampede pull, since the Force Staff is kind of hard to grab these days after bots and Blink.
This feels pretty well rounded for NIP.
This might be their Tricore
10 seconds
too. Could be like a mid Bat Rider. Could be like match the Bat Rider versus the DK, the Death Prophet versus the Queen of Pain, and then the Centaur +1. They could go back for like a different support hero here too, potentially one of those like aggro players. Obviously the Dark Will is already taken. The Rubik's been banned. We always talk about the Shadow Shaman being a dead hero, but he used to be one of those pairings we saw. The Skywrath Mage is still in. That could be all right.
Don't know if I love this as a tricore though.
It'll be very all in.
Late game focused enough.
Yeah. If I had to guess, this is probably going to be support bat. And they'll go back for a position 1 here. This would be a very like J-Storm draft or something if they did this. This is your tricore. Bat, Centaur, Death Prophet. Monkey King is still in. Morphling was
Morphling. All right, that would have been a good ban. That would
Morphling versus the Willow.
Very. And the Brood. Invoker.
Okay. Well, still a very odd draft though.
Huh.
Not expecting an Invoker last.
No, not at all.
The Alacrity doesn't even look that good. A weird draft. It almost looks like it's an Exort Invoker.
10 seconds
I
remaining.
didn't want to say that out loud.
I know, because
it's got to be
not,
like the hybrid Invoker that we've heard people talk about.
Yeah,
Like
because like the Sunstrike looks pretty value here, but I don't think so. I mean, you can't really get away with it in the lane.
I don't know, man. If this is just a quote standard Quaswex Invoker, I worry a little bit about their ability to close out this game in what looks like a pretty tight window. If I were Spirit, I'd definitely be thinking about someone that can scale a little bit and also just hold out.
Not a whole lot of time here.
Legion
And they go for the Legion. So we have no carries this game. We have carry DK. He'll be the big one, and we'll grab ourselves a nice purge there at the end with a strong Dispel to help out versus this Bat Rider and Invoker, and Death Prop for that matter.
Yeah, that's a good point. The LC Bat Rider is that's a counter. That's one of few like hard breaks on the lasso. I hate to say this, but I don't really like either draft.
Sometimes things get a little bit wonky near the end there. It'd be nice to know who's playing what on NIP. Perhaps that will help you.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, Zyori, are you
5
gone?
seconds
Oh no, you're there.
No,
You're,
I'm
you're
thinking.
just completely
No,
stunned.
I'm trying to like decide. I think I like the Spirit lineup better because they have a little more catch. Or you've got this DK, whether he goes Blink or Shadow Blade, whatever for Duratio. He can start things off. Jakiro Ice Path is good. Quap can blink and catch people with a slow. Obviously, LC can initiate. I have confidence in the DK and LC in terms of scaling with the Queen of Pain. So I think if this goes like 45, 50 minutes, Spirit should be in pretty good shape. I'm having trouble visualizing the moment where NIP peak. You know, like what's their cadence here? When do they want to take over and like threaten high ground? So it's a Charlie Death Prophet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Their team fight's very strange because like they're all ultis, right? Like until the Invoker has a lot of levels, it is a pretty weird looking lineup. They just don't have a lot of consistent damage. It is a strange looking lineup. Right? I mean, one disruption into a Stomp and someone could just die.
I mean,
there's no doubt about that.
Yeah. If they didn't have DP, I would be really worried for them. But the fact that Charlie can play a pretty high tempo, help him take some structures, Roshan, of course, a big part.
Oh, looks like our friend Yamich has some connection issues or something. Gotta reconnect, check his packets and whatnot. I mean, Supreme should be going mid versus one would assume the Queen of Pain. I look forward to seeing how they make this work. Every exorcism even more important than your standard Death Prophet game. That's for sure. I think they want to set a pretty fast tempo here. Try and punish the greedier support duo of Jakiro and Dark Willow. I guess Bat Rider's kind of greedy, but Xiaodim definitely isn't. Xiaodim is just like ready to go the whole time.
All right, what are the chances this is an Exort Invoker for real? All right, we got to pause here. This is your chance to call it and look like a genius.
I think 0%.
All right, so you're pretty convinced Quaswex.
Well, I don't see how you could, at least as far as I know, I haven't seen Exort in so long, but from what I've been told from those Invokers players, that you just can't do it, especially versus like Queen of Pain, like with the dagger. Like, how are you gonna manage that with like just relying on regen and not having like threatening of cold snap and whatnot, right? Like, you need those spells. I don't think you can get away with just like Quas Exort and rely on simply the Quas to help you out. It seems like you kind of need that tornado to keep threatening, and I don't know though. I'm not an Invoker player, but that's what they tell me.
No, I've heard the exact same thing. That I asked Dendy about it, and he said the Exort is just too hard. You get bullied in lane, you can't bully people, and being a broke Invoker in the jungle with a fire spirit doesn't really feel good.
I know, that's what it is. It's the Forge Spirits, man. They just don't feel great.
Yeah.
Their damage and their health and the duration, like the duration scales a lot. It's one of those things you don't really think about, but it's like 20, 30, 40, 50 based on your quas. I don't know.
You see it sometimes.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Plus, you used to, get 2 all the time, right? Back in the day. Now you need a talent for it.
I do like Shadow Demon Centaur.
Oh my God, he's got the Exort, guys.
Perfect.
As you did mention, that's a great lane combo. Did he really? First point Exort.
First point Exort.
God.
We're in there. I'm ready to watch it. I'm very ready to watch it.
I'm watching this mid matchup, dude. All right, you've been looking at the side lanes, so sorry, bud. You've been relegated.
I mean, let's talk about, like, in terms of the mid game, we like the Exort 100%, right? We want Sunstrike. Sunstrike's great.
I think it synergizes well with what they have. You got lasso setups, you got the Shadow Demon into Centaur stun, and I also just think they need the damage.
Well, wow, man, what was the team that used to do this? God, I can't remember. Was it Power Rangers? I don't know. Some team used to pick the same trio of Centaur Warrior, Shadow Demon, and Invoker. It was some CIS team, and they ran it all the time. And it just, like, the Centaur would get Blink, and that would just be it. He would just Blink, Stomp, Double Edge, Sunstrike, and everyone's just dying, like, over and over again.
It might have been more than one team that was doing that back in the heyday of Invokers.
That's true. But I just remember there was one team that was, like, constantly doing it.
Just a wee fairy going about
Little battle in the jungle here. Don't mind me. Just a little wee fairy. Is Seneko okay? I think the sticky might help keep him alive. Saberlight here, but now they stun Saberlight. The Centaur hasn't skilled anything up yet. He's not very scary, and that's a first blood. Yamich will grab it. Now they might even get a second. A disaster for NIP to get this started. But Jakiro does connect with another dual breath, and that is a dead Seneko. 2-0 for Spirit out of the gate.
Imagine being a Dark Willow with a double kill at the start of the game. She already has boots, and now she's gonna have 2 clarities, a stick, and tangos, and she still has enough gold for a salve after. Oh my God.
Still went 2 for 2 on the bounties. But yeah, obvious advantage in squad.
Show them, prove them wrong, Supreme. Show us this Exort Invoker power. Punch that Ergon Queen of Pain.
Is it a matchup thing? Like, is this?
I don't think
Is this
so.
good against Queen of Pain?
I mean, if anything,
somehow?
historically, she was one of the harder ones that you really relied on a lot of the regen
The
and
Quaswex, yeah.
yeah. And just like, it's just a more survivable build, and obviously she's a very offensive opponent.
Well, Quap is rolling this first wave. Let's see if Supreme can grab these.
Come along, my level 1 Forge Spirit that gets 4 shot by Queen of Pain.
Big deny. All right.
Dude, she right-clicked it twice. That's insane.
Well, don't worry. It's going to expire in about 3 seconds, so no harm done. I don't know. I mean, so far at least, Ergon hasn't really been able to pressure him all too much. Hasn't leveled up to Shadow Strike yet. Level 3 now, holding a few skill points on the Quap. That's an annoying ass voice line.
Yeah, not going double dagger. So she's not even contesting the HP of the Invoker. I wonder if it's because she wants to scream to clear the Forge Spirit.
I wonder if that's a mistake. Because now it feels like she can't pressure him, and Supreme can actually just trade with her.
Well, the Force Spirit does have a pretty long cooldown, right? Like 30 seconds, so it might get better. But yeah, the other lanes are not being watched right now. I don't care.
While we have a moment here, we have a new call up, bud. Gotta reconnect. I took the third one.
Oh, did we? Okay. You took the second one, you said?
I took the third. I took the bottom one.
Okay.
Sorry, folks. Trying to adjust the old Zyori cam. So my connection's been fine. I actually think it might be that it's a European-based server. And that's why you're good, but I'm not, because you're a little closer to Europe than I am. A lot closer, as it turns out. Looked at the map the other day.
Hello, welcome back. I mean, they obviously couldn't hear us during that, right? So only Dota TV could. If I'm not
down bottom, they are committed to this tri-lane, and Saberlight might fall victim. He does. Team Spirit get another kill. Misha this time getting credit. So meanwhile in the top lane, Malik in kind of an odd position. Does not have mana for a TP, though he does have the stick and a mango. Should be fine here. 6 stacks. Now Saneko's like, man, that was a lot of work.
I'm watching Ergon just roll like 1 damage off on some of these last hits, so I can just feel the frustration. He just like missed a range creep by the tiniest roll. That would be really frustrating, I have to say. Especially in a matchup where you feel like this shouldn't be working. I mean, she is winning it, but it's, you know, it's not a disaster.
No, certainly not.
Although I'd like to see her pressure a little bit here.
I mean, conventional logic, everything that we've been told by folks way more experienced with Invoker than ourselves, is that at this stage, the Invoker should be suffering. With Queen of Pain, you should be able to abuse him a bit more if he's Exort. And now bottom, again, they'll go in onto Saberlight. Only level 3. DK does not have a Dragon Tail, but they got plenty of damage. Now the Sunstrike comes in. It connects.
Boom. Even a little bit late and still got it.
Yamish down. First Sunstrike kill is up. That is the other thing too. Exort build is risky in the sense if you don't find the Exort or the Sunstrike kills, I don't know if this is worth.
Yeah, but it's also the only way this lineup works.
Yeah, that's
like I don't know if maybe Quaswex roaming around and just like adding more control and teamfight. They just straight up need damage because they don't really have a hard one. What? Oh, he was going to go deny her bounty rune. That's pretty funny. Well, he's definitely been spamming the Exort Invoker to like be that ahead on a play like that. You know what I mean? Like he's definitely been playing it a lot.
Well, I don't think we necessarily question his skills on Invoker as much as the meta aspect of the viability. Certainly don't think it's a player issue.
No, seems great now though. I mean, well, how much damage are we at? Oh, I love Exort Invoker. So fun to watch. So we got, how much does it jack up by? Like 60, right, per level? Yeah, 60-ish per level of the Sunstrike. So currently it's at 225. That's pretty sizable. How many points we got in double? It's just 1. And don't have Soul Catcher yet. So we're not quite there with their little combo as they jump on Saberlight again.
This safe lane try has been working out so well. This time he's going to try to TP, but he won't be able to make it in time. That is the double whammy. You still die, and your TP's on cooldown, so you got to walk back to lane. Dare I say, they are crippling this Centaur right now. Meanwhile, up top, Malik not having an amazing lane, but hasn't died yet. Still found 17 last hits. Mid lane, Era, nice 1 hit away. Nice deny from Supreme. Very good. Now looking for some pressure onto Ergon.
So Era left bottom, and that resulted in the kill of Saberlight, but it was also to deny out that illusion rune. So again, helping this Invoker stay relevant in the mid lane. And it takes a little bit of a team effort, but definitely worth it, because now Ergon's at half HP and mana and doesn't have a rune to use right now. So being Supreme happy. I have actually not even clicked top this whole game. So 36-15 to the 17-3. Rough time here for our Legion commander. She's almost getting like doubled up on.
Well, if you're comparing her to the Centaur, she's still doing fine.
Fair enough.
It was a 2v1 lane for most of it, at least. I mean, are there many other heroes that could have even done this well, given the matchup? You know, you have to be able to handle the bat.
No.
And then also CS against the DP. So it's tough. I'll give you that one. The net worth breakdown is weird for both teams. It's like your 1 and your 2 are doing great. Everyone else is getting pretty crippled.
Oh, look at Malik now, though. He had no win. If he stops to purge himself, then he's just gonna die to the Bat Rider anyway. That's a good rotation, though. Ergon says, yes, please. Thank you.
And meanwhile, on the bottom, Spirit are grouped up as 3, using this DK ult alongside the Siege Creep. Always feels good when you've got that 3rd point Dragon Blood and you just want to tank the tower as the DK. More than enough HP to do this. Stuns him up, trying to stop the deny. The tower will fall to the Radiant, but a TP coming in from the Invoker. DK might get put down. The Meteor flies from the heavens, and Duratio down low. Stick, not enough. He gets finished off. Supreme's right clicks. They hurt.
Now he's got a Wex, too, for the Alacrity. Pretty nice. Like, gets himself an early
perfect.
Meteor, too. I like this.
Exort Invoker. Maybe not completely dead yet.
Invis Ergon, though, here. No Sonic Wave, but still quite a bit of damage to the 4 points in the Scream. Looking for Saberlight. Oh, man, he's so low.
I guess Ergon's okay, just to leech a little XP here. Or Soak.
Can they get this kill?
I think so. They need Dust. Okay, not without the
I mean, it's only a level 3 Dark Willow. Like, I don't... The brave play. And look how close Saberlight was and how low he is. He was just like tiny bit away there farming the neutrals.
His life flashed before his eyes. Yeah. It's been a tough series for Saberlight. Game 1, he got sacrificed a little bit, and here in Game 2, it's not looking much better. He's a pretty gimpy Centaur. He had to go for that Ring of Tarrasque early. Still no boots at 9 minutes. Feels rough. Centaur does not like support status, I'll tell you what.
Well, the support Bat Rider is going okay. Mango has decent enough levels that if they can hold an outpost, then he's going to be pretty close to level 6 soon enough. And they will take back their own jungle one now, but a lot of Radiant heroes up here with 30 seconds to go. They could think about contesting, and they are pinging it. Do they have the Sonic Wave? Yes, they do. 4 seconds. This is good timing now for Team Spirit. How much of a defense will they mount from NIP?
Oh, Ergon just face checks the high ground. DP still does not have silence.
Oh, will she ult to save this?
Could have been dicey.
There's actually nothing you can do here unless they get the disruption. There you go.
Taneko's at a Firefly. Walks into a Bramble. Great show. You okay?
I think you should be able to right-click an outpost as well and stop a channel. You know what I mean?
Ah, so you counteract it. So if you're both channeling, you just stand
like
there
if you don't have a
countering each other?
stun, it's kind of lame when you're a stunless hero when someone just does that to you.
Although that might be too good. Maybe you need 2 people to equal 1 person taking it. So you slow him down taking it. If you can just straight up block him out, you're just standing there countering each other. That's kind of cheesy too.
Well, obviously you're holding the territory though if that's working.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind something like that though. You can at least click it to try and slow him down to buy time for your stun to get there. Something. Or you could just draft stuns.
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty good solution too. I'm into that. Misha, level 6.5 on this Jakiro, and look at that damage over time when you leave the macro pyre. Oh, but look.
Now Bat's coming back. He's like,
doing the math.
Wait a second. Wait a second. It's only 2 seconds of sticky time. Now Supreme's here. Stampede used. That's 5 stacks, but Ergon also rotates. The Invoker will finish off Misha. Easy kill there. And they actually
gets home
let the Bat Rider get away.
Did cost them top though. Oh, how's our little Exort Invoker strat going then? Are we digging this? Thoughts? Oh, another one? Wait, what?
Exorcism from Charlie. They're gonna go in on the Malik. And that'll be a quick pick. Right, big commitment, but maybe they'll transition this into a tier 1 tower push for Charlie.
No Stampede though, and they still don't have a Blink Dagger, so it's hard to make use of the Sunstrike right now.
Dire structures are fortified.
Double null drums for Supreme. turning him into the hard carry this game.
We sure are. I mean, this is the upside of Exart Invoker. You do right-click pretty hard, especially with Alacrity on in these fights.
I mean, he basically has the DD when he has Alacrity on.
Yeah.
He goes to like plus 124 or something at the moment.
Worthy tribute.
But Urgon wants to go straight Orchid. And it'll be hunting season. This is a really good Orchid game. You know, no natural Manta carriers. And not many natural Yule's carriers either. Obviously, there's DP.
No.
But outside of that, and Invoker going to go Aghanims next.
What's the Cataclysm? Another thing we don't get to see very often.
I guess one of the aspects that has made Exort Invoker a little bit less appealing is that Midas is in probably the worst state it has been in a long time.
Yes.
It's just so expensive. It slows you down so much. And that was... I remember people saying even when Midas was bad, it was still core on Invoker because it's just... The experience goes so far on this hero. And the fact that you can't really get away with a Midas build, it just makes the item timings for Exort a little funky.
Oh, Snako gonna die here if they just decide that's what they want. Oh, maybe I spoke too soon. He might be okay.
Firefly, Urgon, he's pretty fast though. That's a haste rune. Now the TP out, Duratio, that's a Dragon Tail. And we got a dead Snako. Over.
And they're gonna keep the pressure on the bottom lane though, even though they're gonna lose their Bat Rider, as that tower's getting a little bit low. Who's Mango Tree? I assume that's the Radiance Mango Tree. Giving a lot of vision back here.
Spirit are slowly adding more to their lead though. Not in terms of experience, but in terms of gold. They have been farming the map pretty effectively. Sunstrike down bottom, off the mark actually. Malik lives. Great terrorize. Now maybe the turn. Saberlight stuck deep in the tree line. Double stun, he'll go down. And the rest of NIP, they make the escape. Although Shadow Demon, he's gonna bump into Urgon. Double damage. Hey there, Urgs.
My guy didn't even get a... Yeah, there's no spells anyway, so...
Urgion era. And yeah, that double damage Quap is gonna come out the victor. Maybe looking for more. It's only a level 6 Sineko. But Urgon's like, I don't know if I really want to die.
Oh, he's coming back out though.
Oh, Sineko's coming. Urgon, he's gonna go for it, dude. I can feel it. He's got the ult. Come on, Urgs. Come on, Urgs.
Oh, yeah, he's gonna get brambled or something, isn't he?
He's waiting
Dude,
for the
Sineko,
teammate.
you just came back.
They're lining it up. Urgon blinks in. He's trying to bait now, just focused on creeps. The Bat Rider comes
hard baited.
They killed the trees. Oh, poor Sineko.
What I was expecting.
And you saw him that turn. He thought about it for a moment and then immediately went, oh, mistakes were made.
Yeah, they're all here.
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, in the mid lane, they're chasing down, but not going to go for the duel onto Charlie. They're going to let him slink on out of there on the DP.
There is still a tier 1 standing, so that was a pretty significant dive, but I thought Malik might actually go for it.
Well, they're losing that tier 1 tower with no pressure. It's just a catapult.
Yeah, they're pulling the creeps off. Malik doing a good job. There's also a Blink Dagger on the DK, so he's got a lot of reach now in terms of initiation.
Press the attack in that catapult, man. That thing is gone.
Spirit now forced into a fight. It's a decent lasso from Sineko. Follow up Sunstrike. It's on the money, but Misha survives. Urgon's here with a good ult. They killed Charlie, and now NIP gonna get ripped apart. Saberlight caught by the ice path, and on the other side, Sineko's in trouble. The duel victory goes to Malik, and a big fight for Spirit. Now a 6K advantage, 4 down. Everyone but the Invoker, who was only able to contribute that Sunstrike.
And yeah, part of the problem, I guess. I mean, I guess he can contribute right clicks after he's the BKB, but before that, it's very difficult with the hero. It's like the window's so
skip
small.
the Ags then. Yeah, he's gonna go straight BKB. He bought that Ogre Axe.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking it would be towards Ags, but now making the rotation.
It kind of shows why not even outside the laning stage, like even though this looks like the perfect Sunstrike game, like they just missed too many of them, right? They missed like 2 or 3 of the Sunstrike kills, and suddenly it just doesn't look as good anymore.
Yeah, I mean that one hit. It just didn't.
Yeah, it was a Jakiro, who's one of the tankier supports in the game, right?
Ratio jumps in. Yamich nearby. More pressure on the Saberlight. Sunstrike connects, but the damage gets split. Still this battle over vision control.
Is he living? Damn. Good stuff there from Malik. What a stand-in. Help out, you know? I mean, I guess stand-in and stand-in together. They're brothers in this one.
I kind of feel like the Exort should be doing more damage. I'm a little surprised. It's only 17 minutes.
Well, it was split. I mean, and then she also healed after too. So.
Yes, that's true. Top, set up onto Urgon.
Nice.
Invoker.
That was a lot of damage. There you go. How's that?
Was. I like it. Yeah.
More like what you're looking for?
They need him there for the Chaos Meteor. Maybe that's the big issue in these fights. We're kind of talking about it like it's just Sunstrike, but the Meteor is... A couple of the key kills they found were because of the Chaos Meteor. And they are certainly light on damage. That is the overarching issue with this NIP draft. Even before the game started, that was my beef with it. It's like, how do they kill stuff? All right, you got Lasso.
They needed
now what?
The early blink, I think, on the Centaur, unfortunately. And he just had a really rough laning stage. Because that's how the strat works, right? It's like blink, stomp, Sunstrike. That's what we were looking for, and they never quite found it.
I guess we could call
now,
that a good read by Spirit to put 3 heroes bottom lane and kind of cripple the Centaur.
Yeah, this is tempting, though. An Arcane Rune on a Death Prop, like, you really want to get some objective here. But they are rotating all their forces up to the top lane. They have a smoke here on Misha if they want. And he's going to trade it out of the side shop and say, yo, Argon, you coming? Argon says, no, I want to... You guys smoke around. Well, here it comes.
Argon with the Orchid. Disruption.
Right, this is the bait they wanted.
Stampede. Silence. Urgon. Sunstrike will connect, but he's still alive, and they just destroy Charlie instead. Era also pops.
I feel like Supreme
doesn't even feel like a core.
Yeah, Supreme's like the immortal player playing with his ancient friends, and he's doing everything he can, but they're all just feeding. It's like, no, guys, just wait for me. Hold on. Oh, yeah, it's one of those games where it doesn't really matter, even though it's a bit of a different pick and a different build and everything. I don't think it's the Invoker that's the main issue this game. It's just he can't get off the ground.
They've got nothing to fight around. They're having trouble finding lasso initiations. It feels like the bat hasn't been able to find those picks. He doesn't have Boots of Travel or a Blink Dagger. Sineko's forced into Tranquil Boots Blade Mail. That is a poverty Bat Rider build if I've ever seen one. Those are not the items you want in the ideal world.
I mean, it's okay for support bat, honestly. It's not that bad.
Yeah, but still, like,
pretty good.
Somebody somewhere needs a blink. Like, Centaur's getting close. That's what I mean. They just need something to fight around. So you don't have Bat Lasso because he's Centaur's core, but he got crippled. So now it's basically just Era's disruption to set up for Sunstrikes. And they tried up top, but it's just not enough damage. And now Charlie is not really that survivable. Like, he's got the Yules, but his farm is nothing impressive. So he obliterated in fights. So then when you take Exorcism out of the equation, the NIP really are struggling to do damage.
Well, here it is, baby.
Yeah, that's the
turnaround.
The
this is it. The BKB, the Blink Dagger on Centaur. They need a smoke. They need the Radiant to go into the Rush Pit, and they just got to win the fight. There's the scan. And EMF has another problem. Yeah. So right now, let's see. What was the Dire Vision? Do they see anyone? They don't see anyone, and they just scanned Rosh, and there's people in it. So the full assumption of NIP is they are currently rushing.
Okay.
Oops.
All right. We're back.
Now, are they going to see anyone mid? All right, now they see the DP, or the DK, and the...
Smoke gets broken. They go in mid, onto Urgon. The lasso to follow up, and they burst him down.
It's happening.
Great kill, finally. They get Malik to follow up. This is what they needed.
The blink.
Now, there's also a double damage on Invoker, so that helped a little bit.
Guys, it's the turn. It's happening.
Those are the kind of combos. So now Exorcism in the pit. Do you burn the buybacks on Spirit? You got both. You got all your ultis.
No, you can hold, dude. You got Jakiro.
Exorcism, though, it's a little hinky.
Well, they can still terrorize, too. I'm surprised they're not.
Sineko doing a good job bullying them, given that he doesn't have lasso and they know it. And Roche falls.
All right, I guess not. Man, with Queen of Bane ulti, yeah, I thought they were gonna terrorize and see what happened, and then maybe still buy back, but they determined they even had the O post
up top. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's surprising. I guess they just don't care. Apparently,
they play it very safe. I mean, he hasn't really been in these fights anyway, so him with an Aegis.
Yeah, but he will be now. He is BKB, and they have the blink. Like they're actually ready now.
Guess we'll see.
How Seneko wants these ancients. Whenever you see the Prowlers as Bat Rider.
There's a blink on that Legion Commander. Only plus 10 at 21 minutes. Nothing too amazing, but perhaps more about the lockdown than anything else. Smoke now from Spirit into Aegis, no less.
Yeah, not a... I mean, they don't want to smoke to, like, the place they think the whole team is. They're smoking for a pick. But they all went north where they already own the outpost. The tier 2's already dead, and their Queen of Pain's pushing the lane, so... I'm not sure what they're aiming for. I guess they want the straggler, and they might find it in Seneko as he goes to push out this top lane.
I'm gonna say sometimes you'll see these movements where a team takes Roche and they back up to farm, and it actually ends up being an alright time to smoke because they're just not grouped up. They won't get any plus damage for this, but they will get a kill on the bat. And, you know, making it a 4v5, that's one way to break up the momentum of fighting against the Aegis.
They have the force. It's getting the TPs in here, though.
Will they make the retreat? NIP still lingering around. Only 2 have come back, and now the Willow ready to join the party.
Oh, he got caught.
Save your buddy
no
syndrome.
TP.
Will they go back to save him? Has the BKB, but no way to get out. NIP, they reinitiate. They want to try to save the Invoker. Ergon holding the ultimate as he pump fakes. Jakiro still alive as Saberlight dives into the tower. Duraccio does have the stun. Gonna save it for now. The Invoker's still alive. They kill Saberlight. Now Malik down low thanks to the Exorcism. Tornado flies across. NIP doing okay for now. Their goal was to save the Invoker, and they've achieved that, but they need to not take too many more losses. Seneko Yule's up. Sunstrike connects onto Ergon, but it's not enough for the kill. They get a duel this time. It's on Seneko. A great fight for Spirit. They hold the tower. They don't get the Invoker, but they get several other kills that might be worth even more as they burn some of the clock on that Aegis.
That was all because of Misha going to the tree line and stopping the Invoker TP. They were looking to completely bail out of that one, and he caught him with the Yules because he didn't BKB. And then that forces everyone to come back. That forces Supreme to BKB after as well, because once the Centaur commits into the stomp, there's a real chance they can win that fight. And it got really close, but things just weren't quite synced up enough. And we already know that, like, for them to win team fights, it's not easy. Like, the last fight they won was a 2-man stomp blind into the mid lane of, like, okay, these guys are dead, you know?
Yeah.
So you need a lot of things to go right for you as NIP. A chaotic fight that starts not in your favor is not going to go very well.
I'll tell you what, though, that Bat Rider got pretty crippled from that. Obviously, already support status, but dies up top, fight breaks out while he's dead, runs all the way bottom, dies as soon as he gets there.
He was so close, though. He almost hit the lasso onto Malik.
A play worth going for, but in the end, it will slow down his potential blink timing a lot. He does have the Blade Mail now, but only 400 gold towards the blink at 25 minutes. Even for a support bat, I can't say that feels good.
Blind stomp from Saberlight. Is he feeling it? Oh, that's two.
Again. Now is the follow-up going to be there? Misha trying to make it away. Duraccio in the front line. Lasso, Yamich with a terrorize, but Duraccio could still live. No, the damage is too much. Yamich also falls. That's a lot of fire on the ground. Hard to tell whose is what's, but I did a significant amount there. Kind of feel like they need a pipe on the side of Spirit.
I think both teams could actually use a pipe.
Yeah.
Because
I think Spirit needed Invokers like in the driver's seat, you know?
I don't know, dude. Jakiro just did 2,174. He was all
that was different. You see, his fire was on top of Bat Rider's fire. So
oh, I see. Okay.
It's easy to get confused, but
I gotcha. Well, they are working on the pipe for Saberlight, so they'll have one soon for NIP.
I like.
And for now, Malik's going to pick up the Blade Mail instead. Still a pretty sizable lead here for the side of Team Spirit.
They don't seem to be in a particular hurry either. That is the Aegis reclaimed. It's interesting to see Spirit fight so confidently into the Aegis. They went for that smoke pick off, and they TP'd into that tower defense. Hey, there's a dug up bounty rune for Spirit. Will pick me up. But not intimidated by that Aegis on the Invoker at all.
I would be intimidated right now, though. I don't know. If I were NIP, rather, this looks kind of scary.
Charlie,
like one good ice path.
Oh, Saberlight again, blinks it up top, trying to focus this Shakiro, the meatball from the Invoker, but they catch a duel on the back line. Nice defensive disruption. Ergon with the BKB, drops the hammer, they kill Supreme. Charlie still sustaining though. He's the damage as now the Bat Rider goes down in exchange for the DK. Fear from the Willow. They need to deal with this Death Prophet, and they finally will. Ergon starting to pop off a little bit. Yule Scepter not going to be enough. Charlie does get another kill just towards the end there onto Yamich.
Yamich got him back,
pretty
though.
even fight, but it does actually favor Spirit in terms of gold change. It's about a 600 swing. And that partially because of the Invoker kill. That was the shutdown. That was the end of his streak.
Yeah, man, it's 6-0 and 6. He's having a hell of a game, that's for sure. And the neutral items, the third round is here. Tier 3, a Sliver. Drops it straight up from Malik there. Now the Mindbreaker too.
Mindbreaker.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about how good the Orchid was gonna be this game, but the Mindbreaker now as well.
Interesting.
Go
so
for the Yules,
Quap
the
actually
DP.
hanging on to the Imp Claw.
Pretty quality item. Oh, nice. The Orb too. That's probably for Invoker. I feel like that's better than the Vambrace.
I don't know.
It hit really hard.
It's the same logic that's like that 6% spell lamp on Vambrace actually feels now since they changed the stats.
Yeah, but he right clicks
like
for so much. I don't know. I'm surprised he's not taking the Orb. Someone should at least hold it for Roshing. Sineko up top might be dead here.
Centaur's got it right now.
Well, speaking of which, Malik might be in trouble actually.
Is under attack.
If they want to rotate through and help him, but I guess they're not going to.
Regeneration.
Mako makes it back. I don't know. Do you think it's because of that difference of melee versus range on the Orb of Destruction? Which is just enough to make the Invoker disinterested?
I don't know. I just feel like I've seen some Invokers going for it lately when they kind of like, start bouncing out like this in the late game. But I mean, I can appreciate the spell lamp. You're right. Spell lamp is very valuable now.
Oh, stand, blank. Oh,
Yeah, he
Saberlight.
choked that one.
Yeah. But they might still find something. Yule setup. Meatball comes down. DK taking heavy damage, but duel on the back line on the Invoker. They found the target that they need, but silence on the DP. They still get it. Draccio for Supreme. Now a messy fight. Could be bad for Spirit as Ergon caught by the lasso. Not enough damage. He just blinks out.
Yeah, he's gone, man. Man, that duel, so good. Still a pretty even exchange, the 2 for 2. No one really coming out massively on top there.
Yeah. That one very even. I guess, no, both sides burned a lot of cooldowns. That
More
really
duel
was a
damage. We'll go with
point
that.
Okay. Up to 64 now, so it is starting to add up. And this is the point where LC will start to transition from good lockdown to strikingly scary damage, and eventually he'll be able to find some solo kills. Centaur set up on, and here you go. Bedlam, pretty good combo, but Era, great positioning for that defensive disruption, keeps the Centaur alive. Power of the Shadow Demon versus LC, I tell you what. Dope save. That Centaur was dead for sure.
This will do nicely.
Yeah, slight problem with putting the LC into the Shadow Demon, I suppose, but such is life.
Yep.
Man, this lead has just been stalled out around like 6 or 8K for the longest time this game for Team Spirit. Which is not necessarily a great sign. Like, sure, you're holding the lead and everything, but you're not moving it much forward.
Yeah, but don't you think they scale better if it keeps like this for another 10 minutes? I think I'd rather have Spirit's team than NIP's, right?
Yes, I think it eventually might flip with the BKBs wearing down. I don't know. Maybe the Ags DK is enough that it's still going to be fine for them.
I kind of believe. Yeah, he's going to go for AC first. Maybe they're thinking pick up an Aghanim's from Roche, not rush it.
Yeah, very realistic chance this game for sure.
I guess the Exort Invoker does scale much better than what we're kind of used to with Quas Wex as we get towards the late game. He wants Lincolns.
I mean, at this point, he's basically the same anyway, right? Like, he pretty much have these items.
Fair, yeah. I guess I'm thinking with Exort, you usually go Midas, so you're accelerated a little more. So yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, the only downside is upside, I guess, he didn't have to like waste money on Urn and stuff.
True that. Now, both teams are going to smoke up, and they will miss each other. The wraparound from NIP might catch Ergon. He's in an interesting little spot.
Oh, he didn't get it.
Damn. They're going to find him, and that's an easy kill. No! BKB. Ergon makes it to Stampede. The big-time follow-up. Bat Rider gets off a lasso, but the Quap drops the ult in return. They pick up a kill on to Malik. That'll be a buyback there, though. Duraccio trying to TP out. Now he's going to get Yules brought down for some dual damage. Era as the DK gets finished off. A very messy fight and ends up favoring NIP. Great catch from Saberlight to start that off. I thought they had Ergon for sure.
I know they needed that big chain stun, but not able to get it.
Now Misha going to be in some trouble. NIP starting to chase him down. Double damage on Ergon. Misha falls. There, a lot going into this from Spirit. And now without the exorcism, NIP will sound the retreat.
So what have they gotten here now as NIP? You have no exorcism for a minute and a half. You have cut into that lead, but does that impact your ability to Roche or defend the Roche?
So Roche is up.
Yeah.
He is. That's scary. No exorcism, no lasso. Sunstrike scouts it out, sort of. Scouts out that they're not killing Roche.
So that continuing pressure on the Sable. I wonder, did they have the Mindbreaker too or no? I thought they might have.
Curious what Dota Plus
yeah,
thinks. 70% favor for Spirit. Well, that sounds about right.
Oh, okay, they have
with an advantage, but
they got the repair kit on the Dire. That's actually pretty nice considering the situation they're in. But yeah, they didn't get any of the controlling element items, unfortunately. They really need that to try and like catch Ergon. And
I think Spirit just have to start these fights. Last couple engagement, they're the ones getting jumped on, and they've done a really good job reacting, minimizing their losses, but they need to make the catch. They need somebody with duel.
Yeah, but their initiation's all single target, it's the only problem.
Well, they're going to jump in onto the Centaur. There's the follow-up duel, but Yule's Scepter. Spear, another awkward fight. Now the lasso catches Yamish, but Misha's there with a great ice path. Ergon pops the BKB. Yamish still the first one to go down. Saberlight somehow still sustaining. His Era should finally fall to the right clicks of Ergon. DP has the exorcism now. The meatball comes down. Ergon stunned up, disarmed, finished off. This looks like NIP's fight. Malik trying to return what damage he can, but it's not going to be very effective. Now Duratio on the run. They're going to try to chase him down.
They have Blink Invoker.
Up in 8. There's the cold snap.
Oh, the ice path!
More damage.
Dude, he was dead. Like, Supreme had Blink. Misha just saved his life.
And it might cost him his own. Yule, Sunstrike. Misha doing a good job here, but tough for the Jakiro.
Yeah, now
a rocky fight for Spirit.
Well, that's, I mean, as you said, right? Like, you want to initiate a Spirit because you feel like you're ahead in this game, but when you initiate, they jump onto one, but then you have the potential Yule saves, you have the disruption saves, and they tried to do a double single target initiation, but there's enough just like blowback and dispel and, you know, like Invoker can just like tornado you or something. Yeah, like things just get broken up as they hop in, and I think the fights where NIP are initiated are actually kind of good for Team Spirit because they have this like ice path just block out and then try and pick a support on the side.
They've done a pretty good job saving folks. Like NIP are getting good catches but struggling to combo them down, as we saw with that Queen of Pain up outside of Roche. Of course, Roche 2 still standing, Aegis Cheese available. Now NIP looking at high ground. Not really doing much damage here. Glyph expires, still a while on the exorcism, about 45.
It's a nice call to find this though. Like, even though the Roche is up, they still go for this with the double catapult wave. That got them a lot of damage, even leaving a Alacrity. Yeah, they got to stun that thing up.
Alacrity catapults is certainly a thing.
That's funny because we have the press the attack ones they've been using as well, so
yeah,
both teams jacking them up.
So DP closing in on the Shivas. And Invoker getting pretty close to the Lincolns.
I feel like if NIP can just find that classic Invis Invoker initiation, it would actually be so nice this game.
Yeah.
Like Tornado into like a nice setup for a 2 or 3 man stomp from Saberlight, and then he starts dishing out everything. Would just be so good.
This Quap is pretty huge, though. I mean, we're at the point where Urgon's like an item ahead just about of most of the other cores. But I feel like he's going to become the key focus for Spirit in these fights. Can he get off a good ult and throw out the right clicks?
It's hard to like be super scary as Queen of Pain, though. You know what I mean? Like she's just, I don't know what it is about her. I guess because her damage is like good with the scaling with the right clicks and everything, but so much of it is just that one big sonic wave. And then after you've already shot it out, people just kind of like start targeting you down.
Yeah, she'll pick up the Lincolns, and that should help a little bit. And of course, being 25, the fear also breaks these fights up.
Oh, that's huge, actually. That's really nice. That
also,
talent is one of the best.
Minotaur Horn.
Someone just pinged that. Oh no, they have a gem on Seneko, or they have it on someone. I saw it earlier. DP's holding the gem. Okay.
Here we go. Smoke movement. NIP looking for the catch. Seneko with the blink.
Oh no, Saberlight!
Saberlight. He goes in. He pump fakes it. Now he gets caught the other way. Lasso does grab the LC, but it's another good ice path. They'll kill Malik first, but it might come at some losses. Ratio still holding the dragon form. They're going to try to finish up the Centaur, and they'll get him. Meatball comes in. Doesn't do that much damage on the backside. Yamish trying to isolate these two supports. He'll let the TP out. That won't happen. And Spirit take another rough fight. Buyback from the Centaur. Ratio jumps in. These defensive disruptions have been huge. The DP with a Yule. She's buying so much time. Actually sustaining. This hero's insane. A full 5-man wipe. Death Prophet survives. That was insanity, dude. Disruption into Yules. Charlie gets the full reset. Look at that damage done. 5.6k on the DP.
Yeah, let's go Era, dude. Nicely done. What an item build, too. It's just like the perfect game for the DP with that Shivas. They're just like trying to chip into it, and they couldn't quite do it. Man, the gold meant nothing in this game. Despite the big lead for Team Spirit, it almost felt like they knew they couldn't win these fights, and that's why they delayed taking it for so long. And how about NIP having just this single mindset of Throne? They're ignoring Roach. They feel their power right now, and they want another kill.
This is potentially a bit scary. They'll get a catch. The LC getting turned into a non-factor. Malik brought down. No buyback available there. And now the lasso will connect.
Throne.
Throne will fall, and GG's will be called. Team Spirit, tap out.
All right. 0% chance, Exort Invoker, 100% win rate. Let's go.
Dude, Dota Plus did not believe. You look at that graph, and it just jumps down in favor.
FY, he's found himself No Tail out on his own.
He's trapped him.
There's No Tail. Is he going to get any sort of backup? No, he's not. There's 3 still dead on OG. It'll be a slow and painful death here for No Tail as Zame comes in for the kill secure.
I love the way that Chalice popped his BKB super early in that fight. He's I just need to get my ulti off, and he cast it at a very safe range. He didn't wait for the last second of his BKB. He's not very greedy. I think that's a lot of the reason why they've been winning these team fights. Seb has been struggling, still about 1,000 gold away from his BKB.
Yeah, this Brewmaster is a display of perfection, really. It's the highest level in the game with his Bloodseekers.
And doing a ton of damage in the fight. It's one of the most damage in the game as an offlaner.
Now has full Shiva, so even more ways. He's pretty much itemized entirely just to be like, Ana, I'm ruining your game. I've got Radiance, I've got Shivas. You're going to struggle so much in these fights as Phantom Lancer.
HyperX did his best to keep Ana alive, and but Ana wasn't able to do damage because he was ruptured. He wasn't that low on HP, but still can't run around.
Seb.
Oh, I'm as good ninjas here.
Got to be
Watch
careful who
JerAx.
shows up top. Indeed, JerAx is going out on his own. He doesn't expect Arme to have this invis rune. As Arme will show himself, JerAx goes across, but Somnus is there.
Somnus is not messing without rupturing.
No mercy. They're feeling very confident now at this point, getting these very advantageous team fights as well as getting kills on the split push too. Thompson though, will find X-Nova.
Seb, and as well, between the two of them, they'll take down the support edge. FY's going to come in though. He hasn't got anyone else with him at the moment. It is just FY, so
Yes.
just playing around with Seb.
He has no help around at all, and he's still just making Seb's life miserable.
He is toying with him. He's just making him not be able to come back. Look, they're already starting to rotate this Brewmaster and Bloodseeker too, and FY, he's ready to look for Seb.
Seb's got to get out.
Oh, Seb.
As indeed FY, the patience keeping that control on Seb, buying time for Chalice to come in. Ana is going to look towards the Tusk. Chalice is now there, does have Primal Split available if he wants to look to take this fight. Somnus coming in as well. As Ana, Seb look to hide in the trees. Can they get out of it? Ana's got a TP available. He's into the trees, he's going to show himself in the lane though. They're going to continue to head over. They are going to see Seb make it out in time. They don't have a stun. Ana, can he get out as well? He can. OG will avoid that rotation from PSG LGD.
FY is just so obnoxious there, following Seb for over a minute, just stalking him, trying to have his team come over.
So that's about, a minute without Aegis being used for LGD. They have 2 minutes left, I would say, to capitalize on this Aegis. Oh man, looks like he is level the PL.
Pretty much back to a 50-50. PSG LGD 2-1 up at the moment in this best of 5 grand finals. 1 game needed to secure the championship title. And at this point, they are ahead here in game 4.
No-Tail hasn't had time to gather a full army of Ancient Fakes. Right now, he just has the Ancient Black Dragon. You really want those other auras when you're at a big disadvantage in these team fights already.
Yeah, it's tough though, because JerAx doesn't want to be following around his Chen, giving him the Aghanim, so. As Thompson, see, he does have a Lincoln Sphere picked up, and they should have the BKB finished on Seb too. So that'll give him a little bit easier time to get those Blink calls out as he's been suffering to do so in the last few fights. And Somnus, I have Scotty picked up, about to be level 25 as well.
Yeah, they just need a couple more minutes on the side of OG before they're ready to fight. Wait for the Aegis to expire.
Seb, he's in, gets the call, the character is going to get FY, there with the snowball save. He's going to be fine, and now they turn to look towards the axe. The taunt's going to be out. Seb goes for the TP. They've got the stun to cancel though. Seb held back for now. Thompson trying to offer his best from the side to provide some sort of safety, as he will get Seb back. They're able to get Seb back to safety, and Thompson, he's running away. X-Nova's there with the wraparound, gets the slow off, gives the vision for the snowball. TP from No-Tail's coming in towards the shrine, but Thompson, he's trapped.
That's twice in this series that X-Nova just comes out of nowhere. Like, he's just on a warding expedition, then he just ends up wrapping behind these people constantly.
Perfect time.
Perfect timing, and has the Centon creep to boot. And look at these deep wards that he's placed during that time that he was running around doing so. He now has full vision of OG. Yeah, he sees Ana farming these Ancients right now.
Oh, Ana. FY just giving so much information for the team. He's got eyes on him. Get the punch on the wrong target, but the snowball pass will catch Ana. Ana, he's in trouble. The Blood Bright Silence connects. He's got the Manta back up in a second, but can he really play his way out of this one? He cannot. Ana down for a minute and a half.
Just having all this vision. And X-Nova throughout this whole tournament has had the best vision in every situation, even when you wouldn't expect it. They're just like, oh, they're fighting on the left side. They're not going to have vision over here. But no, X-Nova always seems to have those prepared in every situation.
And he has some incredible foresight to be able to have these wars that just lead to really clutch pickoffs. And Axe has not spent his money on BKB. He has the money, but he might be looking to save for buyback.
We'll see if any of the buybacks do get forced out. Thompson's still dead for 15. Ideally, he doesn't buy back it. They may have to buy back on Ana. He's gone for 50 seconds. The split coming out from Chalice. He's ready to push in, look for the stun on No-Tail to hold back the Chen. As the mid-racks are exposed, PSG LGD, 40 minutes in, able to open into the base and clean out this mid lane of racks. Still Ana holding on to that buyback.
And they're going to keep going here. They really want to force this PL to come back here.
Stun onto Thompson. He will blink dodge it. But another tier 3 tower falling incredibly fast. They really don't want to use it. Seb jumps in, gets the call onto FY. There's the buyback. The Cataclysm isn't enough to do anything. It isn't. PSG LGD still fighting strong. Thompson getting focused by Somnus. Seb taken down by Arme. The triple buybacks now out. Azana in trouble. He's pulled back for this one. The deafening blast onto the three of them. Knocks them back. But Anna gets focused. Seb! He's in with the call. He has the control onto the morphing Somnus. Now being chased by Thompson. Blinks in with the cold snap. The PL army's on top of it. They get Somnus too. As OG, they have to expend 3 buybacks, but they hold on to the top rack. Somnus now down for 2 minutes. No buyback available on this Bloodseeker.
Yeah, he's 400 gold short of it. It's up in about 8 seconds. OG, they have to make so much happen here. They have to push out all their lanes. 2 of the side lanes are already gone, but I think trying to get some kills here, like on FY here, would be very ideal.
I mean, look how close the Brew is at 25. I mean,
So close.
With that time of split cooldown.
Oh, Thompson, he sees it FY. He's used the snowball. He turns with the combo FY with the self-fuels, but OG, they've surrounded him. Seb jumps in with the call, the blade mail. FY's gone.
Instant buyback from FY.
Still that scary, scary time for LGD. 75 seconds without Somnus. OG have the full 5-man pushing in all 3 lanes at the same time as they approach LGD's base.
I don't even know if I give an edge for that with this team fight. I mean, LGD are been gold, but no blood take over 60 seconds. This could be disastrous.
He's got a full BKB on Seb as well.
Chalice really wants to hit level 25 before he pops that primal split. So close.
Just got to be careful, Seb. Looking for that blink initiation.
Chalice is stepping back. They give him the tome. He needed like 5 experience, and they gave him the tome just to make sure that he gets it anyway. Just playing as safe as possible here.
Looks like OG don't feel that the window is big enough for them to push in whilst this Bloodseeker's still dead. They'll back away.
They can't count. They bought back 3 heroes. They weren't able to get any T3s, and there's no Roshan up yet. Big Daddy No-Tail's praying for a Roche right now so they can get that refresher, but it's not going to be up. And maybe we'll dodge a bullet.
At least they got a good amount of economy off that, right? It was up to a 15k gold advantage, and they chunked it down to 7, same thing with experience. So they did get quite a lot out of that one, but they ideally wanted to get at least one of those sets of racks to get some momentum pushing in with those 3 buybacks used.
Absolutely, it is this really scary moment of the game now for OG. We're about 5-6 minutes still without those buybacks available. If PSG LGD can find that one team fight, it could be the team fight to win TI in this window of time that they now have presented to themselves.
Ana's gone full in for that butterfly too. As they pick up also an Aeon disc on JerAx, so protected in O. DD did spawn, however, was killed.
It's also pretty scary for Maybe right now. He only has a 5-second BKB, and he does a lot of damage and will get wrecked by the X Blade Mail call if he finds him, especially with his BKB now. There's not that many ways to stop him.
So it's all about FY and Chalice, right? Just either saving or just getting into the midst of the fights and not allowing OG to get the picks.
And the smoke, it's going to be dispelled.
Let's get dispelled.
Anna, he's in the trees. They're on the high ground. They've got the vision with the Shiva's covered. Anna's on his way over. They've got the snowball down. There's the Catapult. Seb jumps in. He's able to find the call onto Chalice, but Chalice already got the BKB out. The Sunstride's going to be down onto FY, but FY will survive. Seb pots the BKB. He'll try and stand his grab, but Seb, he's going to go down. No buyback on the axe. As JerAx as well, surrounded by PSG LGD. The Eon disc will proc, but they'll fight through it.
He has to buy back immediately.
Look at these creep track by these 4 spirits. On the bottom room, they have no creeps in the mid lane.
Sienna still holding on to that buyback on JerAx. But as Ben said, the creeps aren't here.
It's backdoor. Can they breach through it? It's not looking like it right now. Maybe everyone hitting the same one.
That creep cutting isn't enough to hold OG in the game.
You see No-Tail's already running to just, he doesn't care. He's going to throw his life for this. He needs to just keep these creeps out of the base to keep that back door up. He doesn't care if he dies.
Which he certainly will. As they get upon him, they find his life. 1 minute now without No-Tail and without Seb. Thompson, Anna, and JerAx. The only 3 heroes that can offer their defense during this final minute, this final stand.
JerAx is really trying to hold on to his buyback.
As Chalice split of course up once again. They're finishing off this second set of racks. He's got the Cyclone holding Anna up in the skies. As this rack's on the top lane will fall, the melee rack's gone. PSG LGD playing this carefully. As as they'll go down towards the bottom as well. Arme, doppelgangers. He's losing a fair bit of mana into the PL. Still able to shift back into that Morphling if needs be. As OG, they will lose that top racks, but they won't lose the game. PSG, LGD are playing it safe. They know how close they are to victory, and they will not throw it away.
And they know that the Roche is probably respawning pretty soon, and it actually is up, so that is that refresher shard. They already have pretty much infinite primal splits up anyway, but they feel very confident here.
They weren't able to de-ward that ward in the mid lane, so it looks like they are going for a Roche fake out.
Check. Anna is on top of X-Nova. The Ghost Step's going to be the set. He's in. The call, the MP, the cannon, and FY is in. He's able to get the save off in time to keep this man alive. But he's got it off. Chalice is down. Buyback from X-Nova and Chalice. FY with the Invis. Somnus looking to get involved. Pots the BKB to get over the ice wall. They get on top of Seb. Seb's in trouble. Seb's gone. The axe down once again for 90 seconds. As now FY giving them the vision, but they see him. Got the doppelganger to jump away from the snowball over to Thompson, the self-fuels. FY trying to buy time for the rest of LGD to come in. Again, up into the air. Arme straight on top of Notel. FY will fall. Arme looking towards Notel. Notel puts the hand of God, but Notel beat it down by Arme and Somnus. Chalice gets the primal split off as Anna. He's been left behind in Thompson. He's got to do something incredible in terms of the combo. Can he find the angle? JerAx coming in, keeping Anna alive. Anna with the doppelganger. The deafening blast comes out onto the two of them. Anna trying to go in, looking for the kill. Can he find it in time onto X-Nova? He's on top of him, trying to beat him down. Anna again with the doppelganger, now retreating back towards the base. As X-Nova will survive. JerAx back in, the combo, re-ball down onto Chalice, but Chalice is so tanky. Bombs the Shiva's gone. He's on top of JerAx. JerAx is gone. Anna as well. Can he really fight back against the Somnus, and X-Nova are so low? As the buyback for JerAx comes in, he's healing Anna back up. That buyback could set them up for the kill on X-Nova. The cold snap down onto the injunction. They find him. He's out of mana. He's starting to shift into the strength, but he's surrounded. OG, can they find the ball? They can! OG are still in the game. Arme buys back immediately. But now it's PSG LGD's turn to be without two of their supports. Seb's going to be back up in 8 seconds.
Oh my god, that buyback from JerAx onto that shrine, being able to save Anna, but Anna also toying with them with that doppel. He sent the illusion. They thought that was the real one. They actually couldn't finish him off, even though they got the thirst vision of him for a second.
With the level 25 talent on the doppelganger, it's really hard to kill.
Seb,
Yeah.
he's looking straight for the play. Can he find Somnus? He's hunting. Somnus, he's there, Seb. He'll see him. Oh! Doesn't get the call though, and now Seb. He'll be ruptured. They're looking at him, but Anna, he's straight in on top of Somnus. Somnus puts the BKB. Anna again with the double. They see Cataclysm coming out. Somnus still alive. Anna will be able to force him away. They've got the hex. They've got the control. They're on top of him. Can they kill him in time? They can. Chalice got for 2 minutes.
Now, the other thing about Team Spirit is we don't even know if this is a mid death profit. This could still be a 5 death profit.
True, you're right. How does it work with Jug versus Bristleback when he Omni slashes? Do you hit him from the front, the back, or is it random?
He does a back and forth. So if I recall correct, like theoretically, I believe you can actually turn. It's like some weird north-south or like some directional thing.
There's your boy, the bounty hunter.
I'm actually not sure if they changed it.
Because I know you're right, that used to be a thing, but I could have sworn there was some change to that recently. Maybe I'm just confusing it with you can't use items during anymore, and you used to be able to. Maybe, was that the change?
Yeah, you can't use items during it anymore. When you're rooted, now you're rooted when you ulti. So on each slash, Juggernaut is positioned at the opposite side of the target from Juggernaut's position, facing the target. So there you go. And the slash radius is centered around Juggernaut, not around the current target.
All right, so it's every other, basically. I guess what I'm wondering is there a world where normally we go Silver Edge, not worth it because it's such a short amount of time that you're broken, but maybe Juggernaut getting it and then you can burst them with the ult? There's a world where it makes sense. I don't know. We'll see.
It's an expensive item.
It is very expensive. The Jug will have a Magnus alongside, though, so he'll get a little Empower buff throughout the game. That'll help farming for sure. Love this combo. Pretty solid draft for Spirit. Now, what's going on for NIP, dude? Bounty Hunter, Shadow Demon, Coddle.
Venom.
You like this?
Just ban a Venomancer.
Venom's very good against Bristle.
Yeah, but still, who picks Venom?
Teams that know how to handle Bristle.
Fair enough. Their lineup is a little strange. I'll give you that. I'm not. I haven't got to see the Bounty Hunter played. I've seen it banned like first phase constantly. The last time I was watching Bounty Hunter, it was constantly the support Bounty Hunter that TNC were playing. But this is the
3. This is core.
Yeah, more than likely this will be the Saberlight Bounty Hunter. Although they also played it with their one. I think Charlie might have played it yesterday or something.
Interesting.
They were moving it around a little bit. So.
I guess the bristle is flexible. You can play him as a quote-unquote 3, but if he's got a coddle, it's pretty much like position 1 bristle. He dominates and farms like crazy. So a point where the roles are a little more fluid than we often give them credit for.
But yeah, it'll probably be 3. We'll see how that goes. Sorry, 3 on the Bounty Hunter. My bad.
Yes, 3 on the bounty.
I assume he just builds the same stuff.
Like,
Like Vlad's Solar Crest.
Spirit's thinking the same thing we are. Like, what the hell are these guys? Like, what do they want? What hero ties this draft together? And I'm not seeing it. Maybe you want somebody that can push a little bit. I do think you need a Puck-esque hero. You're pretty light on control. Really light on spammable
Hey,
stuns.
there's your Puck, dude. It's coming. TA ban? Maybe they're doing Invoker themselves. Quas Wex mid. Alacrity Empowered Juggernaut. Against Shadow Demon? Sounds like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Purged. That's definitely something Jug's gonna have to watch out for this game. That's big pressure on Arrow, whoever's playing the Shadow Demon this game. You can get rid of the Empower, like before the Omni Slash and everything. That's a huge amount of damage taken off.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is that like it doesn't matter if you get it like before he gets empowered or not, because the constant dispel, like since they buffed that spell. It's pretty cool. But I mean, TA ban.
Not much time left.
I mean, that's a universal. We're picking Puck or Invoker, and then they pick the Brewmaster.
All right, I don't know how these lanes are set up. Is it support DP and like a mid Magnus?
I think they want it to be mid DP.
Who are the supports?
I'm not sure. Earthshaker and and depending. I don't know. I guess they like the support DP a lot, so I guess it's probably Earthshaker and DP support.
5
It
seconds
could be a 4 Magnus.
Yeah, it can be.
I guess.
I think the lanes are really hard then.
I was just gonna say that. I think you've got 2 side lanes that are double melee and then a DP mid. That sounds pretty rough against a bristleback.
I would pick like Razor or something for an IP.
Yeah, I still think you need some.
Oh, that's even better.
That's sort. They take them.
That's just Razor that can move. Just like anything that can beat someone up in lane. And instantly Yamish takes his hero and everyone else is just like, okay, let's wait. All right, Mag mid. Okay, let's go.
Urgon Magnus. Mag mid and Malik grabs the Brewmaster.
All right, so Brewmaster.
Support DP.
Benefits of this hero. He has the AoE Dispel, so he can take off the tracks that are on everybody. Which is kind of cool.
When he's in ult form, yes.
Yeah, yeah, but that's every team fight. I just mean, you know, giant AoE. That's pretty good. Just you wait till Saberlight buys his Aghanims and he tries to chuck it and he breaks all the tracks and doesn't do anything.
I love that you're already scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, okay, this is why Brewmaster's good. He can AoE dispel tracks when he's in his ultimate form. Woo! That's gonna come in handy after he loses the lane. I don't like this. I don't really get what the Brewmaster does. He's great team fight for an early window. How do they win these lanes for Spirit? Is it so? It's going to be DP Jug in the safe lane, right? So it's going to be Brewmaster Earthshaker in the off lane.
I mean, that's a pretty decent. Like that's a lot of damage. If you can block someone with Fisher and you're just like right clicking with Brewmaster, it's not that bad. It just depends on who their matchup is.
But you're going to be against Bristle Coddle.
More than likely.
It's pretty bad, dude. I like.
Yeah, but who lanes well versus Bristle?
And like, doesn't Monkey King like dumpster Magnus 1v1 mid? Isn't Supreme gonna destroy him?
It all comes down to the skewer plays, but yes, he should destroy him. That'd be the whole point.
Okay, so that's 2 lanes for NIP in theory on paper. So then what? We've got Shadow Demon Bounty Hunter against Juggernaut DP.
Yeah, and the DP might get disrupted and just like sapped of all her gold.
Healing ward and stuff. That top lane could be okay. I believe in the Jug DP on paper, but overall, I am nervous for Spirit. Well, see, maybe they do some switcheroos.
Well, what if they just creep cut too?
That's a thought.
Just dodge. All right. Maybe Axe could have been kind of good for that reasoning too.
Creep cut against Bristle.
Prepare for battle.
That's maybe a little scary.
Well, Brew's actually pretty good at creep cutting because of his the movement speed thing. Like you can,
Yeah, all right, that's a fair point.
you can like run away from supports that are chasing you. Although Snakeo's starting boots, so he's already ready for that. Look how fast he is, dude. 375. Isn't that insane?
Yes,
You cannot get an advantageous ward versus a Coddle.
it is insane, actually. That you can go this build and you're actually on a mount compared to everyone else.
Yeah. What level do you get your first mount? Wow.
So what do you think, man? Am I being too hard on these drafts? Does Spirit have a better draft than I'm giving him credit for here? Am I overvaluing the Coddle Bristle, perhaps?
30 seconds to battle.
No, I don't think you are. I think this looks like a particularly good Coddle Bristle game. As much as I like to be cynical about the Bristle, this looks pretty gross, I would say. Seems like he's pretty well set up for success. I don't really see any laning problems for him. Generally, I like to point towards like him needing stacks and stuff, but I think that he's gonna have such a good lane that he's not even gonna need that many stacks.
Right.
Plus, they don't really have an invasion force to come and take stacks unless they're gonna bring like the full jug empowered and everything.
Yeah, they certainly don't early on.
Pretty slow supports and like DP and stuff.
Yeah. Alrighty. Bounty runes come down. And they will be even. One still remaining in Radiant territory. So matchups, it'll be the Brewmaster down bottom against this Bounty Hunter Shadow Demon. They will start with 3 heroes in the top lane. Yamich with the block out, try to get some creep control. He's got the right idea.
Just business.
I'm just curious about this mid. This does not look like a lot of fun.
Melee on melee matchups are so weird. And I
Except
feel like
for when it's Monkey, then you just know that you're screwed.
yeah, they tend to be a little less one-sided than this. It's like Monkey King, Axe, Slardar, Kunkka. Some of these like melee bruisers you just can't trade with. I guess the upside to Magnus is he can clear the jungle. He's got that like Storm Spirit
Misha
effect.
up
Misha
top.
up top. That's gonna be first blood, easy. They do trade 1 for 1. Seneko falls, but the bonus gold goes the way of NIP. That trade all day.
Oh, wasn't expecting the try on try, but I guess that's naturally what happens when we talk about the creep cutting, right? Where the Brewmaster just dodges, so that's what creates this situation. But the supports are just like, all right, well, I can't do anything down bottom. And if they tried to do it up top, then it wouldn't win as well. So I like the setup here from Team Spirit. This is a good way to handle the Coddle and the Bristle. They basically have broken
I would
the two
say
up.
so. Yeah, absolutely. If you can force NIP into this, it's certainly not bad. But now the next question is, can they win this tri lane? Kind of awkward heroes on both sides, I guess.
Comes down to also like what Malik can do, or Malik or whatever it is on the Brewmaster.
Mid still fairly even.
Oh, there's
a
skewer
nice
mid.
skewer
You got
under
him.
the
They have
tower.
a Fisher.
Supreme. Oh, there it is. Ergon.
Dude, he got told too. Seneko drew the exact line that Shaker was taking. He said he's coming mid, dude. Do not get skewered. There's definitely some I told you so's happening right now from Seneko.
Top Seneko going to be able to survive. Jane Yamich, though, putting some damage into Era. And 3 stacks of Shadow Poison. How many are we going to go, Era? Oh, set up. Shadow Demon still throwing poisons.
I have a blinding light too. They can put a lot of damage onto him. Although he's got boots, he's pretty fast. Ooh,
Trading pretty well. Seneko should be able to make it back. He wants that courier. Nice blinding light.
Saberlight's just like sweet. Free farming up bounty. This is awesome. Another huge wave under my tower.
And you weren't kidding. Magnus mid really does come down to the skewer plays.
Yep. That's all that matters. What a turn.
Incredible.
Well, it's also like... Oh.
Dracho. Gonna go in onto Era. Starting to slow him down. Now the spin. Era does not have a disruption. That'll be a kill for the Jug.
I was gonna say it also comes down to that you got him again with the skewer, by the way. Holy shit. Comes down to the fact that like you can't necessarily chase people down as well from the mid lane as the Monkey King, especially when they have good movement options like the Magnus. So like if you try and man up too hard on them, then you might just get like the skewer in.
Yeah, it's true. The side lane just gives Monkey a lot more room to work. Well, 4-minute flip. Mid lane, no bottles, so Rune's not going to be too significant this game compared to some of these other matchups. We'll see Supreme still check bottom, and it is top. Yamich, he'll grab that arcane. And we should check in on bottom. Brewmaster versus Bristle. The Brew is actually winning this 1v1. I would definitely agree with you that Bristle not in lane with Coddle is way less scary. To the point that you kind of wish you had another hero.
Yeah, I'm not sure why it's going so much better for the Brewmaster.
Hey, he's only three creeps up. It's not bad.
Yeah, but it still shouldn't be. I don't know. That still seems pretty good.
He's got the stick. I guess he's got enough HP that the early damage of the quills isn't really that bad.
Yeah, I was expecting to see that he'd like invested more in regen with like the net worth and stuff, but it's not even the case. Like, and he has the bottle too, and he's gonna get potentially both of these. Cause Charlie's pretty low. He wants to get test him, and yeah, Charlie gives him the juke.
Oh, the battle for Rune. Not going to be able to go for it. Now Malik putting a lot of pressure in.
Yeah, he's got too many points in the bristleback, though. Even just 2 will be enough to help.
Oh, I just got a message on Discord from one of our longtime viewers. In general, you overvalue Coddle Bristle. Yes. Thank you, longtime viewer.
Got him.
Meanwhile, Urgon and Seneko, this is a pretty deep dive. That's one tanky Rhino. He actually drops the RP in tower.
Yo!
Urgon, that was dirty, dude.
Oh, get him out of here. Top left, baby. That's a quit. That's a rage quit if that's a pub.
I mean, like, reverse polarity has that weird, you can teleport somebody's position like that if you're facing the right direction when you use it. So that was pretty clutch, but still. That hurts. Dude, Urgon is feeling it.
Like now he's back in my lane. Oh, you want some more, huh? You didn't get enough last time? Come here.
Oh, he's pulling it back. I love that the shockwave pulls you back like that now. It's only like somewhat effective, but it is a little feel good.
It's a very random mechanic.
Yes.
Oh, nice
light TP out.
Oh, yo.
Nice disruption.
Right.
Era stops the totem.
We got plays. We got plays here. People looking good.
Okay.
Everyone's showing off for game 3. Everyone wants to be a hero. Well, Seneco's continuing his journey here, and that sentry will connect on the high ground. Yeah, Seneco's like, uh-oh. I've been found, but my allies are coming.
Oh, Monkey King's here. They're going to go in on Misha. Nice stun from the Shaker, but Misha will fall.
Oh, the creeps didn't get it.
Looking for more, perhaps. Yamich only level 3 here, but pressing forward, the Monkey King gets stunned up by a Centaur. Preem's still sustaining for now, but Urgon's here. He's going to party with Seneko.
The tower.
Find that kill. Supreme dies to the tower.
The ward vision could see him.
Wow, that's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
No ward there, and you're good. But you're right. It's just a little bit over the tree line.
Which is funny because they knew it was there because their ward got de-warded, but obviously that wasn't
Dire's
communicated.
middle tower is under
Still.
attack. Radiant's bottom tower is
What a
under
clowny
All of
game.
a sudden, yeah, things feel pretty good for Spirit. Your Magnus is doing fine, even though he got quote-unquote counter-picked mid by this Monkey King. Your top lane's going very well. Juggernaut right behind the Magnus. And down bottom, the Brewmaster is still doing surprisingly well against this Bristleback. I guess I shouldn't say surprisingly. I think both of us are pretty low on the Bristle without the Coddle. Now, Era is going to get caught up top. Saberlight and disruption buys Era a little bit of time on the run, but will not survive. However, the cavalry here is here rather. Misha goes down first and TP's out. Duratio's going to make it. Yamich on the other side will get chased down. Does end up being a favorable trade for the Ninjas in Pajamas.
Double kills with the tracks coming out. We don't like to see that. I wonder what he does after Vlad's. They did this build in one of their last games too. He went Vlad's Solar Crest. Okay. Drums Vlad's Solar Crest. That was from the... It wasn't the safe lane, but he was more of like a secondary core that game because they had a Spirit Vessel Deso Void Spirit too. So we'll see what Saberlight thinks is appropriate this time. I kind of like the Solar Crest again though. It looks pretty good versus the Jug.
Big fan of the Solar Crest.
Finders keepers.
Well, I'm not feeling too keen on this NIP lineup at this point, though. I mean, they need a lot more of these track kills because they got to find a way to get this Bristle back. Bristle back. But they have a lot of stacks. Okay, now I'm all right now, actually. They have a ton of stacks up here. Once he uses this Vanguard, he's going to be rich.
You're right. They really do have a lot of stacks.
Keep it up, Snako.
That's a sign of life. I will not underestimate the power of Bristle stacks anymore. We saw that, I guess it was a couple days ago. He went from bottom of the net worth to #1 on net worth after a quick romp through the jungle.
We tend to talk about the stacks being like they don't have a great way to contest on the earlier part, but now they have max in power. They have Brewmaster ult. If you're Team Spirit, you might start hunting for these stacks. Oh, nice Omni Slash. Not gonna give him enough time to take back the outpost though, so Snako will lose his life to guarantee the XP for his team.
The greater
that's
good. Up top, Misha getting chased down. There's 2 fights going on. Malik finds that kill, and Saberlight should be getting another track kill. Does get the deny on the bounty rune though.
Nice, dude. Down bottom, they just skewered into the tree line to get the RP for the kill on the Charlie.
Oh wow! All right, big wins for Spirit. They kill 2 cores, lose only their DP, and she denies that bounty rune from going their way. That is good stuff.
They lost the XP though. They didn't get any for the outposts.
Probably still worth it though to kill Bristle and Monkey King.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to lose the outpost, but 2 momentum-based heroes.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Puts your cores further ahead.
Misha's talking about controlling these 2 areas, like he's circling them on the mini-map. But man, I really hope they just invade it in here just a little bit. Like if they could find these stacks and see these with their Jug, they would just come and brew split and fight in here on the next ulti for sure. But the Vanguard, it's still 300 gold away from Charlie. It's not quite free yet, and he just got more stacks set for him. Oh, dude, they need to smoke in here. It's so hard to do it when you're tracked up, though, to like find the time to get in and hunt for these. They've also had a full duration ward here from NIP that's expiring.
Let's see how much Charlie gets out of this. If he's able to finish it off without the Vanguard, it's actually a little hard.
That's so hard with a Vanguard.
Dude, and that Prowler shit, Desecrate.
Dude, if he dies, please.
Structures are fortified.
I'm watching Charlie, dude. Obs, check out this Bristle. He's losing to neutrals right now. I think he's gonna be slow.
Yeah, his team's taking towers, so it's okay.
This isn't quite the epic boost I was hoping it would be, though.
It's so slow.
So goddamn long.
Well, there's 4 Prowlers, right? With the HP regen.
Yeah, dude. This is a horribly unlucky stack for the Bristle. It's regen, and then it's also the fact that they break your armor so they can actually kill you.
Meanwhile, they're killing Shadow to you, but who cares?
That kill's worth nothing compared to these stacks. Well, Bristle's kind of caught up now. He's still bottom of the cores, but that gap is closed. He's at least got a Vanguard. Oh, man. I can't believe how poorly this laning phase has gone for NIP. You never want to split up your Coddle Bristle, man. Oh, and now Bristle's going to TP up top. This was an awkward move. Malik's here. They forced 3 TPs from NIP.
They have Split and Omni. This is a scary thing to chase if you're NIP.
It is all 5 of NIP, though. Still missing the Magnus right now. Also missing the Shaker. Split used by Malik. Just trying to make some space. Also, with the Illusion Rune.
Now he's hunting a courier with the Wind Band. He's going to get it. Oh, maybe not. Oh!
That was close.
Yeah, almost had it. But now Saberlight's leading the charge. They have a sentry down. He's now spotted.
Joshua or Duratio caught by the Coddle ult. Plenty of follow-up, and they've got him. Boundless plus Ignis. Now mid. Brewmaster might be in some trouble. Shadow Demon drops the ult. Follow up from Supreme. No stun. Boundless still on cooldown, but they've got the disruption. And now Shadow Demon should be able to finish him off. I think Track is there as well. Saberlight actually getting some decent momentum on this bounty hunter. His Aghanim's not far off there, Trent.
What did I tell you, dude? Just you wait.
Top tower is under attack.
That thing's not going to make its second trip round or anywhere when he dispels it all. Aha! Oh, wait, that's not even what it does anymore, does it? Oh, yes, it does.
Yeah, it does. It snakes back. So you get double shuriken on everybody with Track, essentially.
No, I think
close enough.
It just increases the bounce range.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Oh no, maybe you're right.
And it increases the cat range to
it applies
650.
Janata to it.
Yeah,
That's the main thing. Okay.
Because it used to do the full loop back around, like a.
It used to do the snake.
Yeah.
And now they've changed it.
But yeah, it's still gonna hopefully stop the bounces with the mass dispel, obviously.
So you
entire reason.
Yeah, you steal the gold. God, man, they keep changing these Aghanims. I can't keep up.
It's good though. We're slowly improving them all.
You're not wrong.
Mostly.
So, but the cool one here is that you steal gold when you throw shurikens as well as when you right click. So it kind of almost doubles your capacity to steal gold from people. Quite annoying.
And you know, Janata also does damage, believe it or not. Many people don't realize that. It's not actually just the gold steal. But ask your teammates in your pubs, and of course that's not what they are aware of.
Yeah.
Smoke play here. Team Spirit, they're kind of went on a little hunt. Now they're lurking behind their tower. As Charlie's just gonna keep knocking, say hello. Anybody at home, guys? No. You.
Spirit need to make something happen. They've got the blink on Magnus. He's also got the Echo Saber, and he's number 1 on net worth. So this Magnus is actually pretty intimidating.
It is so hard to make plays against this bounty hunter, though, because like if one guy on your team is tracked, it's just awkward, right? You don't know what to do.
Well, NIP are rebounding. Despite the rocky lanes. Down by 4 kills, but up by 4K gold. More ancient stacks for old Charlie. Dude, he's ahead of the Jug now on net worth. Obviously, they killed the Jug, but this is how fast Bristle can recover from a laning stage, let's say. SNY up next.
Classic, oh wait, for who, sorry?
The Bristle?
Ah, they're talking about the Jug, because that's like one of those classic builds for the Jug Mag, but he's actually going for the Manta.
Manta's fine too.
Kind of want it versus Coddle. Can never forget the old blinding light.
Yep.
And you know, Track. A lot of good things to be dispelling this game.
Need to try to put this RP to use, though. Now Urgon going to be initiated on mid. A lot of damage coming his way. Boundless Strike to slow him down even more. Now the Skewer. Good work staying spread, preventing any kind of RP to turn. But they can't finish him off.
Dude, that bounce, though. He just got that gold. Man, that bounce range is crazy. 1200? That's like an aura.
Yep. It's really far.
Like, that's insane.
That's why it does so much in team fights, because it hits pretty much everyone that's tracked. Like, without a doubt, you got to be really far out of it.
And this is a Brewmaster, so they're just trying to force out the ulti pretty much. And then,
the fight
RP
on the side. RP, but defensive disruption. Monkey King surviving, and his ultimate staying on. Echo Snipe from Yamich misses. Monkey will stay up.
Supreme!
Oh my god, the mischief. It kept him alive. Supreme is actually doing it. Now he's up on the trees. Back on the other side, it's Misha versus the Bristleback. Malik uses the Panda ulti. Not a good fight for Spirit.
That was so sick. Oh my god, I haven't seen a mischief dodge like that in so long. Oh my god, dude.
Oh, can they actually kill Misha here? Oh, it's so close. Thanks. Dude, the double shuriken from the Coddle with the Aghanims is pretty disgusting. I know it's got a short cooldown anyway, but that's a lot of damage, and you're still like 100 gold. Supreme does end up falling off to the side here. After that epic survival, he still does go down. Malik face down now without the ulti. No blink dagger. Tall order to survive. Although, got some friends. More shurikens. Jug spinning. They're going to dive this. They do finish off the Brewmaster. Now more TPs coming. Spirit going to lose Dracio. This is a really weird fight, but the Bounty Hunter is doing so much damage. They will finally find him, but Saber, he's just throwing out these shurikens, and it is destroying them right now. Coddle gives him the cooldown reduction. It is just too much. They did finally kill him, but it cost them their entire team, and now Malik is going to get brought down. That's a dieback for the Brewmaster. That's 6 heroes going the way of NIP, I think, for only 2. Yeah, that's a 3K swing, dude. The Bounty Hunter did 7.5K damage in that team fight.
They chakra him
8 times.
Yeah, they kept chakraing him. So they get the double toss out.
Dude,
that is so good with the scepter cooldown at 6 seconds. That is a nasty combo.
And the cooldown reduction from Chakra is 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So he just gets it back. That is
I had to do a double take because I was like, wait, I could have sworn that it does not do the boomerang thing anymore. Then I realized what was happening. I was like, oh, shit. Dude, that is nice.
I was maybe too obsessed with this Coddle Bristle lineup, and it's the Coddle Bounty Hunter. It's also how much gold did he steal in that?
Look at this. There's 3 heroes. Oh, no.
Oh, Bounty Hunter maybe in some trouble. There's the ult.
There's Chakra me, Coddle. Chakra me.
Jumping all around.
Coddle.
They're going to split it.
Me mana.
It actually splits the damage pretty darn effectively. Wukong's command off the mark. They're going to chase Ratio down. Damage. It's a CP gets interrupted. Oh, no.
Coddle, give me shuriken.
Dude.
This is insane.
This is badass. NIP, man. This is some crafty shit.
So this is what we missed when we missed that game, apparently. I'm sure you guys have probably seen this, but I'm loving seeing this for the first time. Oh my god, that's hilarious. 6-second cooldown, 6-second reduction. Yeah, that miss. Yeah, Saberlight's like, oh yeah, right, he missed our peanut. I forgot to tip him. Let me throw that back there.
It's just, you got to remember too, every time a shuriken hits one person, that's 35 gold or 36 gold stolen. And he's right-clicking to do regular Janatas in the fights. Dude, we need that stat. I want to know how much gold has been stolen.
Oh, we can see it at the end of the game.
Oh, you can, okay, good. I can't wait because it's gonna be a dumb amount.
Oh man, that is so satisfying to watch, especially when it like bounced and just canceled that poor TP from Yamish.
Maybe a little overtuned, dare I say. Bottom tier 2 tower goes down. And NIP now 15,000 net worth ahead. Charlie just walks into the high ground and says, yo, what's up, Duratio? I know you don't have an ult. Let's party, bud. And they're going to keep this siege alive. Damage into the tower. Alex here. All cooldowns available except the RP. Still 30 seconds there. And, of course, that Omni Slash.
Dude, this damage.
Look at all the gold flying to him. Look at the graphics.
It looks like Tide Hunter with that gush cosmetic. There's jewels everywhere. He just had to spin dodge it. Oh, nice. He dug up a bounty, though. That was pretty hype.
Wait, you realize this bounty hunter is about...
Bottom tower is under attack.